No Jumper, coolest podcast in the world. And today, they said it couldn't be done, but we're officially in here. The big deal interview is finally happening.
Oh, yeah. Showtime, man.
They've been trying to silence you, man.
I don't know why.
It's a weird dynamic, man, because when I see you on camera, I'm like, damn, this guy's got a lot of star power. Like, anybody who has this dude around needs to be leaning into it and trying to figure out what you could bring to the table, but instead it feels like people just don't want you to shine.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, man. I've been trying to figure that out for a while now, and I just can't seem to figure it out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like I ain't coming empty-handed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm coming with myself, and it's a lot that come with me. You know what I'm saying? I got the people behind me, you know what I'm saying? You brought me in the game, you know what I'm saying? Chanting my name out on No Jumper, you feel me?
Right.
Telling my stories, and you made the people interested.
So where were you at during the No Jumper era of these dudes being on the podcast and stuff? 2020, 2021, all that.
Shit, I was in the field, man, in the streets, you know, doing what I do, you feel me?
Right. But I was
trying to get in, though. I was trying to get in like, hey, tell Adam, let me get up there. Let me be the security or something so I can shake niggas down, you feel me? So they won't be coming up there just any kind of way, you feel me? But
whoa,
they didn't want to let me get around.
Damn, so they just didn't invite you around during that era?
I mean, I got a couple little invites, but it was like, I'm not being invited to where I can get some chili. I don't want to just be invited just to come hang around, you know, for the look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to come work, too. I want to put in some work and get my paper.
Right. Definitely. So, okay, I was thinking about this last night, and you tell me if you agree, because, like, I could totally, like, use this interview as a chance to talk shit and to try to, like, use this as, like, a propaganda angle to try to, like, you know, make people look bad and shit like that. But that's not – I don't think that's what we're really trying to do here. We're just trying to have, like, an honest conversation and talk about where you're coming from and everything like that, and really just kind of lay everything out for the people out there.
Oh, yeah.
Because do you feel kind of like angry or pissed off about how shit has turned out at this point, or are you kind of a little bit more over it?
No, I'm just laid back about it. But, you know, I'm just serving niggas, you feel me? They got to be served their papers, you feel me, when they do whole shit. So, you know, it is what it is. But I ain't mad about nothing, you feel me?
Right.
I just had to come tell them about themselves, you feel me? Because I feel as a brother, you know what I'm saying, I shouldn't be treated the way I'm being treated, you feel me? And it's like, you know, I'm on call.
Right.
I'm the person that's on call. I'm the person you talk to, you know what I'm saying, behind the scenes about, you know, personal shit with ideas and, you know, telling you did good on this and all that. I'm like, damn, like, what's up with me? Well, why I gotta be the bad guy? Why I'm, you know what I'm saying, you trying to make me like I'm Debo. Like.
Right. Because, okay, stuff started to get a little messy when AD got into his situation in San Diego. Yeah. And then what did you do? You went on your Instagram story and basically you were like, damn, AD took a L.
Yeah, man, I had seen the shit. You know, it was posting all over the, you know, the vlogs or whatever, you know, YouTubes, Instagrams, people posting. I'm like, damn, this nigga AD done took a L.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I jumped on the gram and, you know, I spoke about it. You know what I'm saying? I was on live with somebody and, you know what I'm saying, I started to speak about the topic because people was in the comments asking me questions and shit. So, you know, I spoke on it. I'm like, man, that nigga took an L, man. That's it. That's all. You feel me? I ain't seen no other footage. You feel me? That's all I seen. You feel me? So I went on there speaking about that. You know, then I was asked why I don't go, you know, to my brother podcast to back on Figg. And I'm like, I don't feel like I should just be taking those rides out there if he not taking the initiative to be like, you know what, let me put him on since he got all this going with my podcast. You know what I'm saying? He got the bears going crazy in the chat.
Right.
The people steadily DMing his phone. They asking for him. They sending super chats asking for him.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So that's what I did, man. I talked about AD, said he took an L.
But you saying he took an L is like the lightest possible way of describing that shit, right? Because you could have been disrespectful.
Yeah, I could have.
You really weren't. You were basically just like, yeah, it's an L. Like that's the nicest way you could describe it. You could have clowned him, and made all kinds of jokes about him, whatever. Like it's not like, you know, he didn't get shot, stabbed, you know, knocked out, etc. So it's not like the biggest L ever. But it's not a great look. And almost every person who talked about it on camera basically said what you said at the very least. So I was surprised that they lashed out about that shit, like what you said was so inappropriate.
Yeah, but you know, I feel like anybody should have the right to speak on it, you feel me, and clown him if he the homie.
Right.
You feel me? He got to get served. That's the homie. He took an L. We gonna serve him. We gonna clown him, and that's it. That's all. But you know, I went and did it, and I guess Heather felt some type of way about it because she felt like I ain't a part of the team or something, so I shouldn't be speaking on that. You feel me? So she took took it upon herself to DM me, you know what I'm saying, to check me about the situation. And, you know, it went from there. You feel me? Then I pulled up and I did what I did on stream with my brother. You feel me? It was just a lot of shit that's been going on for years.
Right.
And I'm like, shit, why not speak on it today? You feel me? I'm coming. You feel me? I was way across the world. You feel me? But I jumped on the freeway and I'm like, I'm finna go pull up on this nigga. You feel me?
But the crazy thing about the argument that you guys had then is that he keeps saying, we're trying to help you get some chili. But then he also blatantly makes it clear that he's not going to be able to pay you or anything like that. And so it's kind of like, well, like, what the f are you even talking about? Because obviously the only person that is going to be getting money if you show up to Back on Figg and talk a bunch of shit is them.
Yeah.
So like when them saying like, we're trying to help you get chili, but no, we're not going to help you start a show, and no, we're not going to make you a permanent co-host.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the help coming from.
Where's the chili
Yeah,
coming
where the
from?
chili at?
And it's not like you're getting any chili by just going on Instagram Live and just talking about it, but
Yeah.
that's just your like basic free speech.
Yeah, that's just my free speech. And, you know, that also brings the people over there to me, though. You feel me? Just to, you know, so when I do get the building and, you know, get to where I'm going to go, if nobody going to help me, you know, they running over there, the fans running over there. So it's all good for me, you feel me? Even though I ain't getting no chili out of it, you feel me?
Right.
The fans, they still coming. So, you know, when I do get in motion, they going to be right there. They already in tune with me.
But Heather even telling you to stop talking about it, was that like, were you guys really close beforehand? Because there's like old screenshots of you where you're saying like, this is my sis, shit like that. But has that kind of worn away over time?
Yeah, I mean, she's still sus, but, you know, she need to know how to stay in her place, you feel me? And let my brother holler at me if it's an issue with something or somebody feels some type of way. Because we've been doing this off and on, you feel me? So 1 minute we cool, 1 minute we not, you know what I'm saying? So he just need to check her, you know what I'm saying? Keep her in her place and, you know, we can move on. But I really don't think they going to help me out with no chili, though. Like, they don't want to see me get no chili.
But do you think that he's intimidated by your presence in terms of the podcast and shit? Because to me, I feel like it's an obvious layup. You got somebody like you around, you can talk about shit on camera, you got plenty of opinions, you got experience in the streets to be able to have these kind of conversations. Why not embrace you to some extent? But it feels like they don't want that, and I don't really understand why. Yeah,
I don't even understand why, but if he was intimidated, that'll be shame on him, you feel me? Because to have me around would be a better look for him. You feel me? With anybody questioning anything, you know what I'm saying, with his gang ties or anything, you know what I'm saying? If you got your little bro around that's official, you know what I'm saying, really courted on this shit, you know what I'm saying, ain't no questioning nothing you got going on, you feel me? So why not have a good look with you? It don't make sense to me not to have me around.
Yeah, that kind of blew my mind.
It's weird.
Yeah. Very strange. But did you how do you actually feel about the AD situation now? Because after you had the argument with T-Rell, then he went on AD's stream right after that, and I felt like you felt like there was a vibe.
Yeah, it was a weird vibe. They had to gang up on me, you feel me? And, you know, they had to go sit back because, you know, I did a week's worth of serving. You feel me? Just serving shit, you feel me? So I feel like they had to go sit back, study, you know what I'm saying, have group chats and group calls and, you know what I'm saying, try to figure out how they was going to approach the situation with me. But I feel like they was out of pocket too, you feel me? Because it's like me and my brother got something going on, you know what I'm saying, and it's real personal between me and him. Now, y'all take yourselves and jump in the middle of what we got going on, like y'all got something going on with me now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I ain't turning down nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to serve everybody.
Right.
You feel me? But they was out of pocket for that, and I'm serving whoever, you feel me, that got something to do with that umbrella.
But it seemed like they were kind of mad at like the Apollo for having you on to talk freely about them as well. So that like kind of blew my mind too, of like, oh, so you don't just want to stop him from talking his own shit on his Instagram Live, but you also are against anyone else who's giving you a platform. Like, why? Like, that's like you're really trying to cancel somebody if you are mad at other people who will even have them on the podcast.
Yeah, I thought the Apollo wasn't going to have me over at first, you know, because they all be kind of like, you know, like they follow up under some type of rules and regulations, you know what I'm saying, to still be around and shit. So, you know what I'm saying, I hit Mack Wop. He was like, shit, come through. I'm like, I'm on the way, you feel me? I was at the house laying down. He like, we only gonna be on for an hour more. I'm like, I'm still coming, you feel me? I'm gonna jump on camera. We gonna get it going. I know it's probably gonna, you know what I'm saying, stretch out to a little more time, you feel me? So it's crazy though, man. They trying to cut me out, man. Cut me out the picture, you feel me, all the way around the board, but I can't be cut out, you feel me?
But I've seen some people trying to paint a narrative too that like that you're entitled because you haven't even really like made it super abundantly clear that you wanted to be a podcast or anything like that, and that now you're kind of like expecting them to have put you into a position.
Well, like
accurate?
I said, when they was on No Jumper, they was chanting my name, shout me out. Shout out the Big Deal. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you was paying attention to when they was doing what they was doing, when they was, you know, recording or whatever.
I went on your YouTube channel last night and was watching all these clips that you uploaded of them talking about you during that era and shit and acknowledging
you know, that was going on. That made the people interested. You feel me? So I was still kind of like, you know, behind the scenes on it, but I'm like, you know what, let me get involved. You know, so I start getting involved through the chat and all that. You feel me? But when he first started his shit, when he left No Jumper, I'm like, let me come over there and get some chili with you. Once I get to talking chili, a nigga gets upset. I'm like, damn, why do you get up so sick? Like, I ain't got no chili right now. I'm like, I know that, but we need to sit down and talk about some chili, so when the chili do get to flowing, I need to know that I'm really signed up and I'm gonna be getting mines out the deal instead of just sitting right here, you know what I'm saying, coming, telling my stories, shining, speaking my opinion on topics and shit, and then, you know, I just get kicked to the curb or something.
Yeah, and that shit blew my mind because when they left, one of the things, like I always felt like they didn't actually have like a reason for leaving besides just wanting to try to do their own thing. But then they tried to make it about, oh, No Jumper wasn't paying us shit or we were being underpaid, etc. And then, I mean, hey, if you feel that way, cool. But then to see them a year later basically acknowledging that anybody who asked to get paid is cut out because they did the same shit to Crazy Cuh. Crazy Cuh was asking AD to get paid. Boom, he gets kicked to the curb. He's has not been seen on camera since just because he asked to get paid. And then, I mean, that's just crazy to me. Like, how long can you expect all these different people under your umbrella to want to be on camera and never get any sort of compensation for it? Especially when I see someone like, I seen a clip of Keem talking about driving from Anaheim or somewhere far as, and it's like, you can't even compensate a dude like that when you clearly are doing well, because they have a lot of clips where they're basically like bragging about how much money they got.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like, you can't do both at the same time. Like, if you want to say you're broke, you got to be consistent with saying you're broke. You can't be saying you're rich in one clip and then saying, no, I can't afford to give you a fucking dollar in the next clip, right?
Hey, yeah, I've been kind of getting that. They've been trying to compare me and Crazy because, you know.
You're not feeling that, or you think it's accurate?
Nah, I ain't feeling that because I can't be compared to nobody because I'm me, you feel me? So I don't know what he had going when he came over to No Jumper and did what he did, but you know, I'm like, I'm a whole different type of nigga, you feel me? So I'm like, why everybody keep comparing me to Crazy Cuz? Like, oh, you gonna go over there, the same shit gonna happen with you and Crazy Cuz? I'm like, me and Crazy Cuz two different niggas, you feel me?
Right.
Whatever happened with him was with him, you know what I'm saying? My story is different, you feel me? So
for sure. Have you and T-Rell been in a lot of different conflicts similar to this over the years, or would you say that this is a unique one? Because it's like, on one hand, it seems like you guys are really going crazy on each other, but on the other hand, it's like, well, they're brothers, so we can kind of assume that at some point you guys are going to patch it up, right?
We've been having ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, through life, you know what I'm saying, since we was younger, you know, coming up, you know what I'm saying, since the Tyga days and all the shit, you feel me? But at the end of the day, that's still my brother. I just be trying to figure out why he's such a hoe-ass nigga towards me. Like, that shit f me up, like, because that's really my brother, because I'm really on call for my brother. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga try to get with my brother, I'm going to be the nigga that's going to pull up. Ain't none of them niggas over there he streaming with or doing none of that shit with going to have his back like me. Right. You know what I'm saying? And he know that. So it's like, what's really going on?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I got a good personality. You know what I'm saying? I know how to talk my shit. You know what I'm saying? I got the people going crazy. Like, what do you want from a nigga? You want me to be a yes man, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, what is it?
I mean, apparently, because like, they really wanted you to not say shit about the AD situation, which is like the ultimate yes man thing, because otherwise, like, anybody, if you want to be taken serious as a person who's talking about shit on camera and a situation like that happens, it doesn't matter if it's your best friend. You got to be able to say, like, yeah, it was an L. Maybe you could shape your opinion. Even me, when I talked about it, I was like, listen, it wasn't that bad, but it didn't look good. You know, it definitely wasn't like a great
didn't
look.
good.
Nobody in their right mind could ever say that. It's not the end of the world, but it's like you're gonna look like a fucking idiot if you get on camera and you're like, nah, it was cool.
No, it was cool.
You look great.
He did his shit. You know what I'm saying? He just tripped and fell. I'm like, nah, the nigga sitting on the ground, Winnie the Pooh style, putting his shirt on. There's no way. I started off with that first. It's no way. I started posting that on Instagram. Like, it's no way. Like that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that was the craziest part to me is they put the shirt back on while he was sitting down.
Yeah, but you know.
You're supposed to jump to your feet like a warrior.
Yeah, bounce right back up.
But hey, shit happens. All right, so let's dive back into the early days before we kind of get into what's been going on recently. So, all right, talk about your younger days and what growing up was like for you.
Oh, shit, growing up, you feel me? It was wild, man. You feel me? You know, I was bouncing around, you feel me, as a youngin' with my moms and shit. I was here, there, you feel me? And then we got situated in the 50s and shit, you know, and I, you know, going outside, was going to John Muir Middle School and shit, you feel me? I started running around, you know what I'm saying, in the section and shit, you feel me? Got with the homies, you feel me? We was a whole bunch of young niggas and shit. We started a clique called 54 PST, you feel me? So, you know, we was running around the streets doing what we doing, tagging and shit, you know, stealing bikes. You know, we was into GT dynos and Diamondbacks and, you know, all that type of fly shit. You feel me? So we was riding around town doing what we was doing, and then it actually started turning into some gang shit. You feel me? Because we was so deep and people thought that we was from a gang, but we really was just a bunch of young niggas from a clique, you know what I'm saying, that was riding bikes and shit, beating up other young niggas that was from cliques and shit like that. So
so this was like the clique era, right? Because you always hear about cliques that turn into gangs during that time period, but now you don't really hear about cliques like that.
Nah, it ain't really no cliques like that no more. So it was like a clique era. So we had beef with a lot of different cliques, like, you know, that was around the corner or other side of the freeway and shit like that.
But you just hadn't really got into beefing with like gang members at that point? And then...
Yeah, we started beefing with gangs. I think we was like one of the first cliques that started beefing with gangs. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it all started off. We started beefing with gangs because they thought that we was really a gang because we was so deep. You know what I'm saying? So we started beefing with gangs and shit, you know, whacking them out on the walls, striking in they sets and shit, you feel me? Really going to do what it do with them and all the shit. We start handling business like that and shit, and shit, you know, that's when the gang, you know, the 5 deuces and the 5 ones, they like, man, these little niggas running wild. Like, you know what I'm saying? They really putting in work, you feel me? We was really making noise over there, and they thought we was from the gang, but we really wasn't from the gang. But that's how the shit started and shit, and shit, you know, one day I had just like, you know what? I might as well just get officially courted on 5 deuce. You feel me? Like, and just leave the clique shit alone because everybody ain't trying to be down no more because they like, man, these niggas is going shooting and, you know what I'm saying? They starting to get serious with this shit. And niggas was like tucking their tail. So,
and was it definitely going to be a 5 deuce thing, or was it options that there was different people that were trying to recruit y'all and it could have kind of gone different ways?
It was either 5-1 or 5 deuce.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, in my area, you feel me? But it's other gangs outside of us, but you know, 5-1, 5 deuce is right there. So it was either one of those.
So how did life change once you officially got on?
I don't think nothing really changed. I was just really officially from a gang. I wasn't from no clique, no play. You feel me? I was from the real thing.
But do you start doing all kinds of different stuff at that point, or?
I don't think so, because I was already turned to the max from the clique. I was already doing everything that a person from a gang was supposed to be doing.
So you were already wilding from a very young age?
Yeah, I was wilding.
Were you getting arrested and stuff at a young age?
Yeah, I'd have been to back and forth to LP, Silmore. You know, I'd in and out of jail like a motherfucker. This is actually my first time in life being out of jail on the streets for a long time. I've been out, like, you know, I used to go back, like, I wouldn't even make it a year on the streets and I'd be right back in jail, you know what I'm saying? From juvenile to county to the prison, you feel me? Like, this is my first time actually been on the streets for a long time without going back to jail.
How long?
Shit, I can say I've been free now about 10, 11, 12 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So what do you think changed?
Well, actually, I did go down for a strap, but I didn't go to prison, though. You feel me?
Okay.
I went down for a strap. They put me on probation, gave me 30 days Caltrans. I already done with that shit, but that was about it. So I've been clean since then, though.
What do you think you changed up this time around that has you being able to evade the police better?
Shit, just getting a little older. You feel me? They don't really pull up on me like that because I don't look like no kid. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to pulling up on kids and shit because they think they the ones, you know what I'm saying, that's packing and all the shit all the time. So, you know, I don't really get harassed by them like that. You know, I see them and it is what it is. You feel me? So that's probably about the only thing because I'm still in the field.
What do you mean by that? Still in the field?
Shit, I'm still out representing Hoover. I'm still outside. I'm still on Hoover Street.
Right.
Yeah, ain't nothing changed.
So there's not like a part of you that kind of got jaded to the street shit over the years? You still feel the same way that you always felt about it?
Yeah, it's gonna be fathers over to the end. You feel me?
Right.
I don't feel no difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm strictly, you know what I'm saying, that's it. But I just say, I mean, I ain't really out there wilding like when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? You know, when a nigga was a young nigga, I was really like actually doing more shit, like ripping and running. We was, you know what I'm saying, we here and there when we was kids, like nonstop. But it's kind of like laid back more, but I'm still outside representing, you feel me? Still banging, you know what I'm saying? Nigga bang on me, I'm gonna let him know what's happening, you feel me?
Right.
So, you know, I ain't turned down.
But when I'm doing a lot of interviews with people where they'll make very clear the difference between a gang banger and a gang member. Do you feel like at a certain point you kind of transitioned from one to the other?
Nah, I'm not even really a part of that boat.
Okay.
I'm representing Hoover and banging to the end. You feel me? Like, it's on my back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm never tucking my tail. I'm never gonna be a dropout.
When you were young, did you have that feeling though of like, oh, being from Hoover is different than being from maybe some other gangs because we're more controversial and more people hate us?
Yeah. Yeah, well, we hate it. We hate it. Hoover's is hated by a lot of gangs, you feel me? Like,
right.
We got a lot of allies and shit that we fuck with, but we got a lot of gangs that just hate Hoover's period because a lot of niggas from Hoover that did a lot of shit to a lot of different people.
Right. Like Wack always will be like, man, like when the Hoovers decided that they were going to become, or that the five dudes were going to stay Crips and not become criminals or however the fuck it worked, he's like, I thought they were done for, but they were so strong that they survived, yada, yada.
Yeah, the fathers, Hoovers, we was like one of the deepest Hoover cliques, you feel me? That there was, you feel me, coming up. You feel me? The five deuces always was like super thick in numbers, you feel me? And, you know, this gangster Crip, you feel me? So it is what it is. And you know what I want to say? I wanted to say something about Wack too, man, because I sat back and watched a lot of podcasts and shit with him, and you know how he just putting a stamp on my brother, like, oh, he one of the realest Hoover niggas in the game. And I'm like, man, this nigga up there putting his stamp on, lying to this nigga Adam and shit. That nigga don't know what's going on, man. Like, niggas just be talking, man. Don't believe everything you hear, man. You feel me?
Because I always wondered when Wack says shit like that, I always wondered, like, what he's talking about. Like, what do you know?
Yeah, how you know?
Like, what? Like, who told you what? Like, like, because I never got, I figured, like, throughout those years of being in the same group chat as dude that I would have, like, heard more specific details about some shit. I never really heard anything about any, like, crazy adventures, really.
Yeah. That's crazy.
So how did that happen? Because he wasn't street affiliated, really. And then...
I mean, he tapped in. You know, we both born and raised in the 50s. You feel me? Like, he know a lot of my homies and shit. You know, he got homies from, you know, that's his age. You know, when he was growing up. You know, that he used to deal with and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm just courted on, so it's different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My stamp is different when it comes to really being a part of Five Deuce, you feel me?
But he wasn't in a gang, and then you got in a gang, and even though he's your older brother, that basically, like, he kind of got brought into it through you?
I mean, he got brought in and was able to represent it through me. Yeah, you could say it like that.
Right.
But I've been from the gang by myself. I got courted on by myself. I didn't follow in nobody's footsteps.
Right. But so, like, he always just has made it clear that he didn't get put on. So it's like, is that a different type of membership?
Yeah, damn, how would you say that? What do they call them from the club, like the motorcycle club? Like, yeah, like a supporter. You know, he's a supporter of Fado's Over.
Okay. So it's like, but was it like, I remember I had like a clip from his interview back in the day that was like T-Rell on becoming a five dudes gangster, Hoover Crip, whatever. Is that title weird, like, from your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, because if people really pay attention, how they really be saying they pay attention, I'm like, how y'all don't see that he like low-key trying to straddle the fence. You know what I'm saying? He really trying to work the minds. So where they like, damn, he really from Fathers Hoover, or is he really not? Like, what's going on? But he good at what he do. You feel me? With playing his part. You know what I'm saying? But I don't knock him, but
were there times where you felt resentful about that? Like, damn, you kind of building a whole brand off of some shit that realistically you're only able to say because of me?
Yeah, that's why I pressed the line on it. That's why I pressed the line on getting the homies on when he was on No Jumper and all that. Like, if you're going to be on No Jumper, we got homies that rap and shit. Put them on the platform, let them be seen, you feel me?
Right, because he was saying, like somebody like Young Threat, that, like, you knew about his music and you thought he deserved an interview and stuff, but he didn't necessarily know about it. But meanwhile, like, you're somebody who's, like, really from that area to the point where you know about all the rappers who are coming up, like, way before they're actually, like, truly popping, right?
Yeah. So I had to press the line on that because I'm like, if you're going to be representing this shit, you got to do it the right way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't forget about the homies when they trying to build and get themselves to the top. You know what I'm saying? Because we already, like, blackballed in the game. Like, a lot of niggas don't want to fuck with us. A lot of niggas be putting salt on us in the game to have other niggas not want to fuck with the Hoovers and all type of shit. You feel me?
Right.
But I'm like, damn, we doing the same thing as everybody else. We all banging.
That's something that I wouldn't have necessarily really thought of, but I heard Milk talking about it and shit, and I'm like, damn, he does have a point, is that if you're gonna basically, like, have the theme of your stream or your podcast be some gang related shit, then obviously you should probably be, like, putting on for the people from that section. But it felt like he didn't really, like, want to go out of his way to do that. Yeah,
because, you know, I guess he feel like it ain't a good look. He don't want to just make it about, you know, gangs, but it don't have to just be about gangs. You just promoting, you know what I'm saying, the niggas from the gang that's trying to rap or, you know, making clothes, doing whatever they trying to do in the game. You feel me? You just helping them get there, and you just got the name. That don't mean that it's a whole gang platform. Like, you know, we just strictly gonna be banging on that motherfucker all day.
But he got all kinds of other gang members too, just not
That's
really.
what I'm saying. Like, you with all type of niggas that bang, you faking like you banging. Like, what's wrong with the niggas that's really banging?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense.
That's crazy.
Like, niggas ain't even trying to come bully or nothing like that. They just trying to be seen, you feel me? So people know what time it is, because niggas be around this motherfucker putting salt on us all day. Man, don't f with the Hoovers, man. Them niggas crazy, man. Y'all don't want to, or you trying to, don't f with them. That's their whole thing. It's been going on for years.
Right, like a random example of it is that at one point Wack was thinking about signing Treyway 6K, and then he decided that he couldn't do it unless he took the 6K out of his name, because Wack has connections with 60s, whatever. This is probably before him and Big U fell out. So, like, do you think that's a reasonable decision on Wack's part to not want to?
He should have signed him up.
Right.
Look at the other nigga he was going to sign up from 40s. You feel me? He running around, niggas dissing the set all day. And, you feel me? They doing all type of shit.
But he doesn't have it in his name. So it's like a little different, right?
I mean, he got it in his speech.
He got it on his face.
He got it in his speech too. You feel me? He talking it all day. You feel me?
Right.
That's just like if I was on here dissing they hood all day. You feel me? Like, I ain't even no nigga that push around like that, because, you know, it is what it is already. You feel me? Like, I ain't got to make no people no believers. You know what I'm saying? They already know what's up.
But I really fuck with Treyway too. But yeah, like, I kind of feel the same way as Wack. Is like, that would be a little weird for me to be managing an artist and run around with an artist who got like a very big gang dissed in the name.
I mean, if he was to sign him, it ain't like he got to run around and be like, oh, I got Treyway 6K. You just be like, oh, yeah, I signed Treyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And if somebody else want to say the full name, then that's what they going to say. You know what I'm saying? But niggas be playing favoritism in the industry, and they be listening and feeling what another nigga going to feel about it instead of just doing their own thing. You feel me? What another nigga going to do, because they going to do their thing. You feel me? So that shit is weird. He should have signed the homie. But the homie probably didn't even want to with him anyway, though.
I think this was early on where he might have wanted to sign with Wack, but yeah, he probably wouldn't really give a fuck about it now.
Yeah.
Interesting. But all right, so you got any good stories from like the early days, like in terms of you getting arrested or just any like crazy shit that happened that could kind of give people an idea what your younger days were like?
Shit, man. Getting arrested, shit. I've been down for a shooting and a carjacking.
At what age?
Well, let me see. I probably was about 16, maybe, something like that. 16, yeah, I was about 16. Went down for some bullshit, a carjacking and a shooting and shit, and They were trying to give me juvenile life on the shit, you feel me? That's one of the shits when I was on the thing with my brother. I'm like, yeah, you bailed me out, you feel me? He bailed me out on some other shit before, but he actually put up 20 bands on that, you feel me? He bailed me out when they first started letting juveniles get bailed out, you feel me? I was up in Silmore behind the gates, you feel me? So I was fighting the case in there, and he put up 20 bands and he got me up out that motherfucker, but I still had to go do some time though.
Right.
You feel me? So.
And he had money at that time through what?
Working.
Okay. Because he always talks about how he owned a house back in the day.
Yeah, he did. He owned the house. He owned the house in the 50s. We called it a mansion. Me and all my niggas used to hang out right there. You feel me? It was a hot spot. The police pulling up at that motherfucker 24/7. You feel me? Really? Yelling my name on the loudspeaker, telling me to come outside. You feel me? We was over there deep, hanging, packing pistols. You feel me? Running around doing what we do.
But so your perspective on him was that he was more like a business dude when he was younger and stuff. That he was going to be somebody who was able to make those sort of moves while you were more on the street shit at the time.
Yeah, you can say that. Okay. You can say that. But he hung out with us though. You feel me? He hung out with us. You know, he did some shit with us in the streets. You know, he drove us around, all type of shit. You feel me? So he did help out with us because we was kids. You know what I'm saying? He was older. You feel me? So he had cars and shit like that. So you feel me? He helped us out in the streets.
I remember, I forget if it was on camera or not, but one time I was pressing him and I was like, "Tell me the craziest shit you ever did on some street shit," and he was like, "You know, I might have hopped in the car when somebody was going to do a drive-by or something." And I was like, I can't tell if you're like capping right now and it's actually like that's not actually the full story, or maybe
he
that
just didn't want to give you the full story.
I know. I mean, I could see it either way. I was like, we should have this conversation off camera.
Yeah, it's some truth for the details.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Is that snitching to say that you were in the car? Nah.
Nah.
No, it's too
yeah, that shit over with anyway. They had to go dig. You feel me?
Yeah, I got you. All right, so you get out from doing that bid at that time, and how old are you around this era, and like how does life change when you get home from that shit?
Shit, when I came home from that one, you know, I was taking it slow. You feel me? They was moving around with Tyga at the time. You feel me? Me and Tyga went to school together.
Oh, okay.
You feel me? That's my boy. You feel me? Me and Tyga went to school together with me, him, and my homie Dodie. You feel me? So they was moving around with Tyga and shit, but I was taking it slow, trying to do my family thing and shit. You feel me? I had a son, and I was just taking it slow. But then I ended up jumping right back in the field. You feel me? After a few months, you feel me? Sitting back, I'm like, man, I can't do this. I gotta get in the field, get some chili. You feel me? Because you know, that's how I get it, you feel me? Like, I got to go out in the field and play ball, you feel me? And make some moves and connect some dots with some peoples and, you know, and shit like that. I was trying to jump on board with them when they had the shit going on, but I felt like, you know, they was treating me like I was a nigga they didn't know, you feel me? I was like, having to reintroduce myself to some niggas I knew already.
So that sounds pretty much like what happened a couple weeks ago, where like, you're around and you're like a big part of everything, but then people want to keep you in a certain place. They don't want to necessarily have you shining, so that, to an extent where you can take somebody else's shine.
And that was kind of fucked up too, though, because I'm like, damn, how a nigga keeping a nigga away from my boy? You feel me, Tyga? That's my homie. You feel me? How a nigga keeping me away from him? So even though you got with him through Schoolboy Q, you feel me? I ain't gonna take that from him. That's how y'all really ended up connecting the dots and shit, because he was hanging with Q, you feel me? Okay. Q went to Gardena too, you feel me? So
was H Crown the first Hoover that Tyga had anything to do with?
Nah, he had the homie Dre, that bodyguard for James Harden, and he had the homie Nitty.
Okay.
They officially from Fathers Hoover.
Okay.
They real ones.
But so the H Crown just became like the most well-known dude that he was associated with at that time?
H Crown fell in when he got out the pen, you feel me?
Okay.
He started working with them niggas, moving around and shit, doing the bodyguard thing, and he decided he wanted to start rapping, and some shit didn't go right with the rap shit, and then he started beefing with my brother and Tyga.
He tried to do a song with Tyga, and Tyga wasn't fucking with it, I guess.
Yeah, that was something like that. He didn't want to do the song with the nigga, and you know, him and my brother had some words, and then, you know, it went straight to beef.
So was Tyga ever like actually from Hoover, or was it more that he was just being protected and associated?
Nah, he wasn't actually from Hoover. He just had the stamp. You feel
But did
me?
you respect it? Like, what was your perspective on that? Because to a lot of people now, that sounds kind of crazy, and they don't know what to think of it.
I mean, he never was really banging Hoover. He just was moving around with some Hoover niggas. Like, you know, he was being protected by Hoovers.
Right.
You feel me?
So if he had been throwing up gang signs and shit like that, it would have been different?
Yeah, a lot of niggas would have been like, man, what's up with Groove? He need to get put on the set. You feel me? Because when motherfuckers see you throwing it up, they like, wait, hold up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can move around with some hoovers and be protected by some, but when you start banging, throwing it up, they like, man, you got to get corded on.
That's
you feel
crazy.
me? So he wasn't really doing that shit, though. He was just, you know, taking the orange rag and, you know, just moving around town with it. You feel me? It was a good look for him at the time. You feel me? When he was coming up.
He just needed that from like a protection standpoint or what?
It was just a good look, man, you know, to have an entourage, you feel me? Because if you coming in the game, you know, and back then when niggas was coming up in the rap game, you know, it would look better if you was moving around with an entourage of niggas because everybody was doing it, you feel me?
Right.
So you wanted to have some type of protection, you feel me?
But it was like he was making a lot of sort of like rock emo type shit or like weird dance type songs, etc. So it's like certain people like wouldn't expect him to necessarily need to put himself into that lane. And now when you look at his music, it's all booty shaking anthems and all this shit. It's like, I don't know. People now look at him and they're like, that's crazy that he used to be running around with a shitload of gang members.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, because, you know, he a cool nigga. You know, he ain't super squared out. He may look like that on TV and, you know, Instagram and all that, but, you know, he really with the bullshit too. So, you know, it was everything just played its part. You know what I'm saying? So.
Got it. So, all right, what was your perspective on the Last Kings movement?
The Last King movement, I was fucking with it for a little bit, you feel me? I had my ups and downs, you know what I'm saying, with my brother and T-Rell, you know, the chili. You know, I'm always on the chili. You know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't on time with the chili, man. I can't really be there.
But were you ever on the payroll or you just wanted to be?
Yeah, I was working for T-Rell. I was one of his bodyguards.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's how I came. I used to work at Sorella, too. When I first got out the pen, I was doing security there when I wasn't moving around with T-Rell. You feel me? I'd be there sometimes, holding it down, you feel me, for them and shit. And, but I can't really be around if the chili ain't on time, you feel me?
Doing security for Tyga, did you ever have any like crazy shit come up during all that, or it was pretty chill?
Oh shit, working with T-Rell, shit, I should have. The craziest shit I done when I was working with T-Rell was when we was on tour with Chris Brown, Trey Songz, and Tyga. But this situation was over my brother. It was some shit going on with Tyga too, though, with some shit with Marley Marl, you feel me, when the feds was looking for him and all type of shit. They were trying to subpoena T-Rell for some shit.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? So a nigga had marked the feds out. Then the people at the venue, they was acting scary because the feds was involved. So they was faking like they had to shake us down. Like all of a sudden we got to be patted down and go through all this security and shit. So my brother was drunk and shit. So he ended up flipping out on the security at the venue. So he ended up flipping out on him. We end up going to the dressing room and shit to go chill. This nigga so drunk, he goes back out there to go get into it with the security and shit. So he get into it with the nigga. He pulled out a knife on them, all the shit, and then they like the security nigga called the police and said he threatened them and all the shit. So we watching the show now. We you know how they be having the little private boxes for the rappers and shit where they can watch the show and shit. So we chilling right there and shit. And the security come with the police. They like, oh, we need to holler at them. So I'm like, oh, let me go see what's up. I'm gonna go out there with him. You feel me? So I step out there with him and shit. And the police trying to holler at him. One of the police dudes trying to talk to him, and then another one trying to like frisk him down. Like, hold on, put your hands behind it. I'm like, hold on, bro, we just talking. You ain't got to touch on my peoples and all that. Just let us chop game. Y'all stand right there. We gonna stand right here. You ain't got to touch nobody. So he tried to touch him again. I end up slamming him. So I end up slamming the police nigga and shit. It was a big old altercation and shit. And the sergeant and the lieutenant and all them came. They like, what's going on? They like, oh, he just slammed one of the officers and all this. And they like, why he slam? I asked him not to touch him. He kept touching him. I did what I was supposed to do. You feel me? Because I'm working.
Right.
And the sergeant and them, they wasn't tripping. They like, only thing we gonna do is get your brother out of here. He can't be in the venue no more because he a terrorist threat. They was like, he did a terrorist threat, so he got to go sit on the bus. And but you know, I done marked out all type of niggas, you know, moving around with T-Rell. I had one with Mayweather. Security too. What? Some little short buff nigga he used to have one of them little white boy with the mohawk. He used to be with Mayweather. He was trying to take a picture of Kylie. You know what I'm saying? That's when she was moving around with the boy. She was kind of, you know what I'm saying, underage or whatever. They was going around saying and shit.
So you knew about that at the time?
Yeah.
And was it a concern or was it just kind of like nobody said anything?
I mean, I don't think it was a concern. You feel me? Because, you know, motherfuckers having paper. And they doing what they doing, you feel me? And her folks wasn't tripping, so you know what I'm saying? Like, why everybody else tripping? But you know, people gonna just get in the mix and be in people business, you feel me? But yeah, the boy was trying to take a picture of her though. So Kylie like, hey, tell Alan to come stand right here because this nigga trying to take a picture of me. You feel me? So he like, hey, go stand right there. She talking about this nigga trying to take a picture of her. So I'm standing right there with her and shit. And I actually catch the nigga trying to take a picture. And I was in the picture. He had the phone. He got me and her and T-Rell. You feel me? So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, hey, my nigga, you just took a picture. I'm like, what you doing? My nigga, we ain't doing all that. Delete that picture out your phone. He like, man, I ain't take no picture. I took the nigga phone from him, deleted the nigga whole data, gave him his phone. Then it was a whole altercation.
You deleted all
and
his
shit.
other pictures too?
I deleted the nigga whole shit in his phone. And I gave the nigga his phone back. So now it's a whole situation. My brother, T-Rell, the homie Dre that was working, you know what I'm saying, bodyguarding with T-Rell and shit. We all getting into it. Mayweather right there, like, what's going on? Mayweather like, man, this nigga trying to take a picture of me and the girl, like, nigga, on some weirdo shit, yo, folks.
Right.
He like, oh, man, ooh. So they end up breaking us up and, you know, separating us and shit. But the nigga steadily looking at me. So I'm like, nigga, what's up? You want to get down?
Yeah.
We can go to the dressing room and we can get a fade out the way. Mayweather like, oh, no, we don't want to do none of that, man. We'll kick back. He like, man, actually, I'm going to get him up out of here. See, he like, man, y'all get him out of here. He got to go. You feel me? Then I'm standing right there with T-Rell and shit. He like, man, who is that nigga? I like that nigga. Get out. He like, oh, that's one of my homies I grew up with. He like, oh, that nigga on this shit. Like, that nigga trying to take a nigga to the back and squabble. Like. But yeah, that was some crazy shit. But
do you think that you were too hot-headed to be a security guard? Because like a lot of being a security guard is kind of like de-escalating situations, whereas I feel like you might not necessarily have had that in you.
No, I de-escalated a lot of situations, and you know, but I'm pressing the line if niggas really acting like, you know what I'm saying, they real aggressive and they trying to press a line, I'm really gonna mash. You feel me? But I did good with that. I worked with Scott before. I worked with Alex Monopoly. You know, Alex Monopoly be painting all over here and shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
I still fuck with Alex Monopoly and his brother Avery and shit. You feel me? I done drove Poppy Steaks around because he fuck with Alex Monopoly.
That's funny. I was in France on my honeymoon and I seen his shit all over France.
Oh yeah, yeah. He be
like,
all around, moving
real
around.
International, yeah.
Yeah, you know. So I mean, if they fuck with me, I gotta be good at what I do. You feel me? Because they ain't just fucking with anybody. If they fly in town and they want to move around town right now, they gonna call me.
Right.
And I'm gonna be the nigga chauffeuring them around in the Cullinan. You feel me?
Damn. So, okay,
Yeah.
did you end up doing one, like that whole Tyga era? Like, from your perspective, how did that kind of end? How did you end up stop doing security for him?
Shit, nigga was short on my chili. Nigga short on the chili. I'm not getting my chili on time. I got my brother in the way. He think a nigga should just be happy to be around.
Oh,
like,
man.
nigga, why would I just be happy to be around? Nigga, I need to pay for some shit. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? Maggie need new shoes. You know what I'm saying? I need something. Like, what's going on?
That shit's so crazy to me because, like, for me running a business, like, I've been paying people from the beginning. I always just like, yeah, I got to pay people to be on camera, even if it's not allowed, even if it's $50 or $100 or whatever. From the very beginning, it's like, I got to do that. Like, otherwise, they're not going to want to keep coming. So it's so weird for me to see people who think that they're going to be able to run like a whole podcast in operation without actually compensating people.
I was with T-Rell, and then I stopped fucking with him. I stopped fucking with T-Rell. I'm like, man, niggas playing with my chili, I'm gone. And then I had got whiffed that the nigga Scott was looking for me. They like, man, I ran into Scott. He was looking for you at this party. So then I had T-Rell invited me to a mansion party. You know what I'm saying? Because he probably, you know what I'm saying? He felt some type of way because we really homies. You feel me? Like, he really came up under a nigga. That was really like my young nigga. You feel me? I done took a gang of faves for T-Rell and all type of shit when we was young niggas in high school and shit. So he invited me to a party, and I ran into Scott at the party. He like, man, what's up, my nigga? I been looking for you. What's your number? We exchanged numbers and shit. And he tapped in on me one day. He like, man, pull up, come to the house. You feel me? I went to the house and shit. He like, man, I'm finna go here. I'm finna go there. I'm finna go there. Woo. Go pick one of the cars we gonna slide in. You know what I'm saying? You park your shit up, we jumping in my shit. And that's how it started. And I remember I went to the club one day. We went to One Oak, and my brother and them, they was all up in there and shit, partying, doing they shit. And I come stepping that motherfucker with Scott. Everybody looking like, what the how the fuck this nigga get with Scott?
What, they thought they got rid of you? And then all of a sudden
Yeah,
you're
trying to
just
put me
popping
out
up?
the game. Because look, when the nigga Scott was looking for me, the homie Dre, he was working with the nigga Tyga. So I'm like, man, hey, give me the nigga Scott line. They wasn't trying to give me the nigga number. He was trying to make me go through the homie security business and go up under him to get to Scott. And I'm like, why I gotta go through this nigga and get my chili from him? Nigga, just connect me straight to Scott so I can get my money straight up. I ain't gotta be splitting no money with no nigga. You feel me? So that was a problem, and then I ended up seeing him at the party, and it worked out. in my favor. You know what I'm saying? How it was supposed to be. You feel me?
Right. What was your perspective on it when your brother and T-Rell ended up, or your brother and Tyga ended up falling out?
Yeah, he kind of fucked it up for me because I ended up fucking with the nigga Tyga again.
Oh, okay.
So when they fell out, I was still with Tyga. You feel me? So me and the homie Dre, we was still over there doing our thing. You feel me? And the homie SB, he was his DJ.
Right.
We was still over there doing our thing, and them niggas had fell out over some bullshit. You feel me? And then this nigga T-Rell steadily harassing the nigga. You feel me? Oh, man, you got my brother over there. You think he gonna have your back, nigga? He gonna have my back before anything. So now T-Rell looking at me funny. He like, no, I gotta get rid of this nigga.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So he got rid of me. I'm like, man, why you harassing the nigga telling him I'ma have your back so he can cut me off too?
Basically like forcing him to get rid of you. By telling him that like he's gonna be more loyal to me in the end. Damn. That's crazy.
That shit crazy.
What
I even had a little scene one time. We was at the house when the nigga was living with Kylie and shit, right? We over there chilling and shit. It was a Christmas, so I'm getting ready to, you heard the shit when the nigga was saying he gave me the double R? Yeah, I had the double R at the time and shit. So Kylie, it was a Christmas. She like, hey, come through. I got some gifts for you under the tree and shit. I'm like, all right, smooth. So we getting ready to go and all the shit. And they like, where you going? I'm like, shit, I'm going to T-Rell and Kylie house. They like, for what? I'm like, I got gifts under the tree. They thought it was so funny that I was saying I got gifts under the tree. Like, they couldn't believe it. I'm like, I got shit over there. T-Rell said, pull up. The girl got you, you know what I'm saying? She got you a little something under the tree. So we went over there and shit. We was hanging out and all this shit. And, you know, we was in the studio. I used to be, my homie Doty, he used to twist up Titans. You know what I'm saying? He used to connect them and make it extendo. So I was doing it over there. So I was twisting. She like, hey, Alan, twist up one of them fat blunts you be twisting up. So I twist up a Titan and shit. We in there clowning in the studio, all her family in there, the homies and shit all in there. T-Rell in there steadily telling stories about high school, about me and my nigga Doty. And Kylie like, she like, hey, T, who you knew first out of all your homies? Everybody like, oh, God damn, this bitch asked this motherfucker question. He like, shit, I knew this nigga Alan and Doty before all these niggas. Them niggas made me want to be fly. They like, what the f? She like, well, why he don't be with you every day? Like how my friends be with me. Because that's really your homie. Niggas didn't know what to say. Everybody was quiet.
Wow. What did Kylie actually give you?
She had got me some Gucci slippers.
Nice.
Got me a Gucci wallet, some shades, a Gucci bag. It's just like a whole little Gucci little setup.
Right.
You know, when they first started doing the little, putting the thick sole on the slippers, like the little boot looking grip.
Right.
Yeah, it was some shit like that. She had just got me a little Gucci setup and shit.
Damn. You meet any other famous people during that time? Those
shit, I done been around everybody. Chris Brown's, you know what I'm saying? Chris Brown was trying to steal me from T-Rell at one point.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Because he seen how niggas was treating me dirty.
Wow.
He like, man, you a real nigga, man. I don't know why niggas treating you like that. So we end up when we was on the tour. You know the nigga Wack? What did he call him? The other nigga Wack, he used to f with T-Rell. The little short light skin.
I think I heard people talk about him.
Yeah, but he was the nigga Chris Brown had him come get at me. He like, hey, the nigga CB said, man, whenever you ready, man, you can come on. But you know, I was trying to stay loyal to the team at the time. I'm like, this nigga, he trying to have me jump ship right now. But I end up stop fucking with them niggas. And he did a video with T-Rell and Schoolboy Q. They got the song Bitches and Marijuana.
Right.
So I end up pulling up right there to the video and shit. CB ain't seen me in around. He like, oh, my nigga, what's the deal, man? Where you been? He like, say it ain't so.
Right.
I'm like,
so what was your relationship with Q from early on?
From Q, growing up, I didn't know Q. He didn't grow up in my era, you know what I'm saying, with me and my homies. Well, matter of fact, Q did grow up with us, but he wasn't really around me and my niggas like that. But you know what I'm saying? He was outside, but he wasn't really around me and my group, but he was outside and shit.
Because there was one thing I heard you say to T-Rell where you were basically like, yeah, you switched up on Q to f with Tyga.
Oh yeah, I mean that was floating around. That was floating around town. You know that. You know how niggas leave niggas in the dust when they feel like you ain't gonna blow.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no motion and nothing going on. You feel me? And then next thing you know, he blew up on them niggas. You feel me? But you know that was floating around. You know that's what went down.
Right. So was there a specific time where Tyga fully stopped fucking with everybody associated with Hoover or whatever? Because it feels like he kind of just left that all in the past at a certain point. Right?
Yeah, he done.
He went industry with it.
Yeah, he done with Hoover. Like, T-Rell f***ed the game up. Like, come on.
You think he f***ed it up?
Yeah, he did. Because niggas was in the dough, you feel me?
Right.
He f***ed the whole game up.
From your perspective, did they fall out over like the fact that T-Rell got a lawsuit about the images and the logos that they were using?
I think they fell out over something with the business.
Yeah.
I don't think it was because of no lawsuit or something. I think it was just, the business needed to, it needed some more, something added on to it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do something else with this shit. Like, turn it into something else. Come up with some more ideas or something. Stop worrying about what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm pimping this bitch right now getting dough. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to rap right now.
Right. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah. Was it true that Last Kings was basically like boycotted in the 50s at a certain point? I saw somebody saying, or like,
oh yeah,
it became like gang associated. So like, if you're really from a certain hood, then you're not gonna be able to fuck with it because it was viewed as kind of like a Hoover.
That shit got boycotted. You know what I'm saying? They had some shit going on. You know what I'm saying? Nigga kind of spoke out of terms. You know what I'm saying? Got too turned up with the wrong person out the 50s. You feel me? So he boycotted and shut it down. You feel me? So, you know what I'm saying? He was tripping. I had to make the call, you know what I'm saying, from the cell and get that situated. You feel me?
Oh, shit.
But, yeah, it was real hectic. It was boycotted. But, I called in, tapped in, and got it together, though.
I remember, like, I barely even knew about it because it's just, I'm a white boy, BMX dude, whatever. I'm listening to rap, but I'm not really, like, necessarily trying to wear any of the clothes and stuff. And I used to always just wonder, like, who are all these people wearing these foil fucking shirts and shit, like, with pyramids and stuff? It never really made sense to me. But, I mean, hey, it was lit in a different world.
Yeah, it was. It had its time. Definitely. It was going.
You ever see Tyga when they ain't trans people?
Nah, I don't know nothing about that.
This was before that?
Yeah, I don't know nothing about that. I ain't heard nothing about that. You feel me? All I know is, you know what I'm saying, Black China and Kylie. You know what I'm saying? Whatever he got going on right now, I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah, he went to the top of the mountain in terms of bitches, I guess, and then he kind of was like, all right, what else is there? I got to figure out some freakier shit to get involved with.
Maybe you never know what people would do out here having all this chili, man.
Shit. Once you had Kylie Jenner and Black China, you got to switch it up.
Yeah, but I don't know. I ain't heard nothing like that. I mean,
yeah. No, I mean, I wouldn't have even really known about it if it wasn't for the fact that I had multiple trans people on the podcast who just chose to air his ass out.
Damn, that's a cold game.
I know. I was like, damn, you don't even know.
Stay sharp out here.
I'm like, you don't even know what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You think it's no big deal for you to talk about this. He's a rapper. It's a bigger deal than you realize. But I also feel like everybody kind of always has just ignored it with Tyga. Like, even he was on OnlyFans, fucking all kinds of girls on there. People just kind of,
it's regular.
They just act like it's regular.
That's Tyga.
They just let him be freaky.
That nigga, wow. Wow.
I respect it.
Yeah.
You got locked up during all that and did like one final bid, or what happened with that?
Nah, I've been back and forth for pistols and shit, you feel me? My baby mama actually had got me locked up for a domestic violence case too, you feel me?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I had did a little bid for that, you feel me? They sat me down for it, you feel me?
What happened with that situation?
Her parents in our business, you feel me? We arguing, a motherfucker listening on the phone, they call the police on me and fake like they her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now she on the stand trying to, you know what I'm saying, tell these motherfuckers it ain't that. But you know, when you got those type of cases, they got like women batter programs and shit, you know what I'm saying, that can speak for you because they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you lying now, you trying to take back what you said and all that. So it didn't work in my favor. You know what I'm saying? Just from me having a cold record and shit, you feel me? I had to go sit down, you feel me? But, because they got that narrative going right now through all the chats. Oh, this nigga a deadbeat. Yeah. This nigga been in jail for domestic violence. I'm like, it is what it is. A bitch did some bunko shit, you feel me? Let her mama call the people on me, you feel me? And then try to come get on the stand to clear it up. And that shit didn't work out for me, you feel me? So I had to go sit down, you feel me?
I feel like a lot of people fight with their girl and then other people try to use it against them when in reality it seems like a lot of people are doing this.
Yeah, that shit regular. Yeah, motherfuckers doing it right now. You know
it's not normal to me, but it seems like it's normal to a lot of people.
You done went crazy at the house one time.
I never really thought about smacking her, but she doesn't have that temperament.
Oh, okay.
I could understand if she was screaming in my fucking face and shit, maybe it would kind of get to that point, but I never really even been tempted because she's so chill.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But you know, it's regular, you know, having arguments, you know, slap the bitch or something, like, come on, man, like, y'all motherfuckers crazy, like.
Right,
but that wasn't even going on at the time, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not denying not slapping no bitch, you feel me? But that wasn't what was going on, you know what I'm saying? Her mama and her daddy just was steadily in my business, you feel me?
Super hypocritical for T-Rell to be saying that about you too, because he basically admitted it on At the End of the Day back in the day that him and Heather had fully done all that. but nobody really pressed him for like mad details and shit. But he basically like totally admitted it.
They pressing the line on me right now because they trying to paint the picture of me being a hater and I'm trying to crash they whole shit and everything that they didn't work hard for and build. I'm like, how?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just serving a nigga. You gonna act like a hoe towards your brother, nigga? I'ma serve you.
Right.
Nigga, if your shit crash and burn, nigga, shame on you. You feel me?
Because they were both rocking the dedicated hats, and was that supposed to be a
it was a
diss?
little shot or something.
That's some weird shit, right
Yeah,
there,
it was
right?
a shot. It was a shot. Yeah, and then they supposed to be bringing Keem on board or whatever. You feel me? But
Right.
I mean, who knows? You know what I'm saying? He texting me talking about I ain't received no chili from nobody. I don't know nothing.
That's like they decided like, all right, we're gonna pay one guy. We're gonna pick him. Like we got all these dudes under the umbrella. We're gonna pick one dude, and we're gonna put him on.
Yeah, that's weird.
What's your relationship?
I
with
mean,
Keem?
I got it cranking more than any of them niggas over there. You know what I'm saying? When it come to the chat,
I bet I could get more
shit.
views off a Big Deal interview than a Keem interview. No offense, a Mack Wop interview. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the Big Deal interview over that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, big deal popping.
Yeah,
I've been jumping though before all this shit.
But what's your friendship like with Mack Wop and Keem and Tiny and all these types of dudes?
They cool. They the homies and shit. Tiny, that's the homie, you feel me? He really from the set, you feel me? Born and raised in the 50s and shit. Mack Wop and Keem, I met them through Schoolboy Q.
Okay.
You feel me? But they the homies. Them niggas kind of biased and shit with the situation with T-Rell, how they play their parts, try to play both sides and shit so they can still, be in or something. That's how I look at it. It could be different, but that's how it's painted to me, you feel me? But they still cool or whatever, like.
I mean, they were all kind of like meat riding T-Rell for a while. No offense to them, but like they were all like kind of on his to get their shit to blow up, and now it kind of feels like they don't really need him anymore. So you could see the expiration date coming up.
I think they kind of was both using each other.
Yeah,
he was using them,
but the Apollo shit was like really small, and then back on Figg was like really big, and now it feels like they kind of like met in the middle, and now it's like. The whole thing of like T-Rell acting like a god and acting like everybody should be sucking his dick, that doesn't seem like it's working the same way that it was at first because the numbers are kind of like everybody's gravitating towards each other and shit.
Yeah, they over there sharing fans and shit, man.
Yeah, I mean a lot of the fans are
being shared
are saying like that the Apollo shit is better, that it's more like they be doing. I don't understand how anybody watches a 6-hour podcast. That's kind of foreign to me, but I guess
I haven't seen a 6-hour when they. I think they probably go 4.
No, but with Flacco and shit, the Apollo, they be doing like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Which to me personally, I just don't understand. But
Flacco be having them gassed up.
Flacco's an agent, bro. I never even told Flacco to go in there and cause chaos, but he basically just did it for the love of the game.
Yeah. Hey, I kind of like low-key turned all this shit up, man, because, people got content right now. You know what I'm saying? Everybody going back, you know what I'm saying, on clips and talking about a lot of shit right now. You feel me? And then I kind of felt like I like opened the door up for for the back and forth, but back on Figg like act like they scared to speak on anything with somebody on this side speaking on what's going on. You feel me? So they've been kind of in the shadows.
They want to beef with all kinds of people, but they don't want to actually address the issues with you and shit.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. And
how they deleted the video.
They took down episode 150. When you told me that, I couldn't believe it. I had to go check. I was looking for the clip. I couldn't find the clip. I wanted to watch you guys argue. I had to watch Milk reacting to it because the original version was taken down.
Yeah, and you don't remember that one time when you first went on back on Figg, I had called in.
Oh, okay.
And y'all was addressing the situation with Milk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I called in. I told the niggas they was out of line, you know what I'm saying, for even getting with the nigga Milk because the nigga was trying to sabotage my brother, you know what I'm saying, whole get down, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
The shit that I'm basically doing right now, you know what I'm saying? Putting a stamp on the truth, you feel me?
Right.
But yeah, I had tapped in that day. I'm like, man, y'all niggas out of line, man. You feel me? Y'all gonna go with the nigga after he just tried to sabotage you, feel me? Like, that was some weirdo shit. And I was ready to, you know what I'm saying, mash on the nigga Milk for my brother, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, ain't no nigga finna be getting at my brother sideways like that, you feel me? Like,
right.
Then next thing I know, they all buddy-buddy.
Right.
So I'm like, damn, nigga got me turned up in a mash, and then now y'all best friends.
But now Milk's the biggest hater of them.
Yeah, Milk be doing what he doing, man.
What do you think of Milk? You respect how he's moving?
I mean, he doing what he doing. His content, that's what he supposed to do. You feel me? To get his bread. You feel me? Like, I don't know Milk personally though. You feel me? Like from being on Hoover Street. You feel me? But I done met some people. I mean, not met some people. I know some people that know him. You know what I'm saying? And they like, oh, he official. He really from Hoover and all that. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, but I don't know the nigga. You know what I'm saying? I've been on Hoover Street since 13. You know what I'm saying? Up and down Hoover, 50s to the 100s, not just in the 50s. You feel me? So
everybody's been swearing that they were going to do something to Milk for years and years now, and nobody did anything. So
I mean, shit, you got to catch him where he at. You ain't gonna catch him on Hoover Street.
But that's the whole thing, is that everybody like I don't know where he lives now, but it felt like for a long time people knew where he lived. And still, people were filming videos, pulling up to his crib, but nothing ever happened.
Yeah, I don't even think nobody really pulled up to his crib. I think that was just all
you
like
don't believe that
like
G-Face story?
Nah. I don't believe that. He was popping some shit at me too. Niggas sending me all these paragraphs in my DM and shit over the situation with Smacc. You know, when the situation with your daughter and shit, you feel me? So I'm like, man, you ain't finna do nothing to the homie, but he's sending me shit. He's sending me clips of him beating up some old Armenian dudes and shit. I'm like, man, what the fuck you send me that shit for? Like, I'm supposed to be scared of that shit. Like, you feel me? But
that was some weird shit that Smacc had a whole song he was singing. F your daughter. I'm gonna kill your daughter. Right?
Oh yeah, because he took it off you.
Yeah.
And then he put it on him. He like, you know what? I ain't even tripping dude no more. I'm on you now since you want to be in my business.
But it's just such a weird thing to do, dude. You're in an argument with another grown man and you start dissing a little kid. G-Face's daughter, I met her. She's like 5 or something.
Yeah.
How are you going to put a 5-year-old kid
I
in
mean,
there?
you know, that's their thing. You know, that's what they do. That ain't my get down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm straight at you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about nobody in your family. If it's on with you, it's on with you.
Right.
You know
Because T-Rell did the same thing. He told me he was going to kick my 3-year-old daughter in the ass. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
I would never say that about you. I met his kids. I've been around his kids. His kids are great. They're amazing. I would never even think in a million years to be like, man, I'm going to throw a cinder block at your kid.
Yeah.
Where's that come from?
I don't know, man. Everybody different, man, but that ain't my stilo, you feel me?
That's some extra shit right there. I don't understand. But
I think the nigga G-Face, he was just trying to build some clout. Like, I don't know if he was trying to build a relationship with you by attacking Smacc over the situation. He like, oh, this is something good right now. I could get on him, you know what I'm saying, and press the line on Smacc, you know what I'm saying, to get in good with Adam or whatever. Because I told him some shit in the message, like, you feel me? But that was kind of weird to me that he was defending the situation and had nothing to do with him.
Right.
You feel me?
G-Face has always made that clear to me that because my wife is Armenian, that he was going to basically go to war with anybody that had anything to say about me or my kid or whatever, which I was always kind of surprised. Like, you don't got to do all that for me. I'm my own man. But also, sure, yeah, if you want to go to war with me on the Instagram and shit, let's do it.
I politicked on him heavy, though. You feel me? I ain't going to lie. I'm going to just speak on everything. I politicked on him heavy on some real gang shit and some real prison shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, damn, you taking up for a nigga and doing all this. No disrespect to you, but I'm like, damn, you taking up for Woods and skinheads now? You know what I'm saying? If we going politics, you know what I'm saying? You supposed to be a Southsider.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If we gonna be talking this jail shit, like, how you taking up for him? You know what I'm saying? If we talking politics.
G-Face very open-minded. Like I always tell him, I'm like, every time he comes to do an interview, he brings a blood and a Crip, and he's an Armenian from a Mexican gang.
Yeah, I just went prison on him though, because he was, you know, he was talking a lot of prison.
That's his language, you know.
He was just talking a lot of shit. So, you know, I've been there too. You know what I'm saying? I know the politics and I know how to mash and stand on business when it come to that. You feel me? So I just popped my shit with him and shit. I said a whole bunch of shit. I wish I could pull it up.
But I think the thing that pissed them off was that Smacc was saying, "F your daughter," and also Big Deal gonna take this fade for me.
Oh yeah, I mean, cause you know Smacc down. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? So if a nigga really got an issue with him and I gotta take the fade, that is what it is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm the nigga that's around to take the fade at the time, and you know the other niggas he been throwing out there, TF and the homie Punch, One Punch, and if they ain't around and I'm there, well, somebody gotta handle it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's the homie at the end of the day. So, you know, it's just all business. That's how I look at it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, so when you say One Punch, you talking about Gabe from back in the day, or
His little homie.
oh, so he has a little homie named that too?
Yeah, he got a little homie.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's Big Punch, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Lil Punch, rest in peace, and Baby Punch.
Oh shit.
So they got Baby Punch, you know, he's still around. You know what I'm saying? He got the knockout just like Big Punch and Lil Punch.
So there's no love lost with Smacc? That's your boy from day one?
Nah, ain't no love lost for him. Smacc, he be playing his part with T-Rell, man, you know what I'm saying? Just to hold his chili. That's how I look at it, you feel me? But ain't no love lost with him, you feel me? I'm a different type of nigga, you feel me? So I stand on business different and handle myself different from a lot of people. So when they do what they do, I don't kind of like, you know, look at him no different. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, this still my nigga. Because when you done over there with T-Rell, you back on the block with me. You know what I'm saying? We back hanging. I'm the nigga picking you up. We going to the motorcycle club, having drinks. We doing all the shit that we do on a daily basis together. So
you
like,
in the whole motorcycle world too?
Yeah, I'm not from a club though, but I ride bikes and shit. I just had an accident. I just broke my whole my tibula and fibula. I got a rod in my shit.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Smack's kind of blowing it by spending so much time doing the motorcycle shit instead of focusing on the streaming and the podcast and stuff. Do you agree with that?
Not really, because he only be missing a couple days and shit. Like, it ain't like they streaming every day, you know, all week, and he missing the whole week. You feel me? Sometimes he might miss one. You feel me? Like, he be having shit going on. So, I mean, I don't really think it's that bad. That's why they need a nigga like me. If he miss, you know what I'm saying, I'll step in. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Definitely. When T-Rell said, I never called you for help until I got handicapped.
That nigga lying like a motherfucker.
That was a legendary quote. That's a lie?
That's a lie.
So he was always kind of leaning on you?
That nigga been calling me, man. That nigga lying like a motherfucker, man. That nigga been calling me. I ain't gonna be lying on no nigga calling me for what?
Right.
What I need to lie about that for? Nigga, just speak on it. Nigga, let the people know you been calling your little brother, nigga, when they get funky.
Right.
Straight up. You feel me? Orange broke or not, nigga, I'm on call.
Yeah.
Nigga, I been pressing the line on shit since I was a kid. With grown men, I been handling my business.
And if somebody's going to be there for you like that, it's kind of disrespectful to then act like it wasn't like that, right?
Yeah, that shit, that's fucked up. Damn. Like, damn, so I've been doing all this shit for nothing this whole time.
He said that he did more for Hoover than you, too.
Yeah, he was just popping. You see how he kind of, like, got it together on that part.
He started, like, repeating it and, like, kind of changing it a little bit.
That's my bro.
That, though, I was like, bro, this is make believe.
Hey, shout out to you though, T-Rell.
I was like, this is make believe. He can't really be saying that to you, right?
Yeah, he can't. There's no way. I'm Hoovered out the game.
That line blew my mind, man. Right there. That just
what else you got for me, man? Oh, what's up with the boy, man?
Which one?
The interview you just dropped, man, with the nigga Mula.
So okay, from your perspective. He pulls no, actually it started because of you. So like you talked about him on the stream basically, right?
Yeah.
And what were you saying about him that pissed him off in the first place?
You know, he did a whole lot of capping on here because I never said that I came in the house to check him or none of that. Because I was outside busting down. You know, I got a detail business. You feel me? That's like a little hobby of mine. You feel me? To clean cars and shit. You feel me? I keep my shit clean, my folks and all that. Ain't like I'm doing the whole city or nothing like that. You feel me? So yeah, I was out there doing my thing. He came through and shit, you feel me, with his girl. And they was up in there doing their thing. And then somebody that worked with T-Rell, like his manager, assistant, or whatever position he played, he like, man, the boy up in there asleep. I don't know how your brother gonna take it. What you finna do? You finna leave or you gonna dip? So I'm like, oh, niggas low-key spooky J, but they don't know how to address the situation. So I'm like, I'm gonna stay down for a little bit. I'm like, shit, I'm gonna post down. I ain't gonna even leave. I'm gonna stay till it's over with. So I end up going on Ace Boys over there with Pun. And Pun, you know, he asked me about the situation, like how I feel about the boy sleep after he addressed it.
Right.
So, you know, I spoke on it. I said what I said. I'm like, man, that nigga should have left stayed his ass in the car if he was sleepy. You know what I'm saying? Nigga chasing after the bitch. She was in there doing the interview with some real shit going on. You feel me? Like, why'd you sitting in there asleep? You know what I'm saying? And he trying to say he off all these drugs and all that. Man, there's some shit going on. Motherfuckers handling business. You don't need to be sitting on the couch sleep. Nigga, go sit in the car and that's it. That's all. You feel me? I served him like that. You know what I'm saying? He must have really took it to the heart. You feel me? And I guess the next day or something, no, first she went on a rant on Instagram and shit. She was clowning me, pulling up pictures of me, and you know what I'm saying, talking about my clothes. I'm fat and all this. I'm wearing tight clothes. I'm doing me.
She was talking about some panda dunks or something. I
didn't even have no panda dunks on no picture. I never even owned a pair of them. You feel me?
I was about to Google it. I think I forgot. I was like going to figure out what shoes she was talking about. Yeah.
Oh, the dunks. They the regular black and white one. The regular dunks.
So she's just saying your shoes were too basic.
Yeah, because people be serving the panda dunks like they weak. But I mean, if you got a pair, you got a pair.
My shoe game is so trash.
I'll rock some, you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, she was going on a rant serving me or whatever, and I guess he went over there and he took the picture in front of the house. I got the video of the nigga. The nigga wasn't looking for nobody.
Oh, so they had the security camera showing him as well?
Yeah, nigga pulled up, jumped out, did a photo shoot in front of the gate and dipped.
Because in the interview,
he said, over the gate once.
He said he was there for 15 minutes in the interview.
That nigga he pulled up, took a picture, and left.
Right.
But my whole thing is like, why would you get deep in your feelings like that? Like you ready to go to war over a nigga speaking on a topic. All I was doing was serving you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Oh, you that gangster? You really want smoke with me? Because I was serving you? Like, come on, you ain't even like that because you start banging Pyro overnight.
Did he?
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of talk about that. Is Oakland Pyro?
Yeah, he started claiming Pyro overnight after the situation happened with him taking the picture.
But I will say that he's posted all kinds of shit of him in Fruittown Pyro territory last night.
I got real Pyros on the line. They don't know him.
Really?
So, you know what I'm saying? But anyways,
I gotta do my
he
homework.
took that picture in front of the house, you feel me? And me and my brother, we was going crazy about that shit because I'm like, nigga, you marked out on that situation. Nigga, you didn't even let me speak on it. I wanted to keep it internet for the soft niggas, you feel me? Like,
so after he pulls up, T-Rell basically tells everybody, we're not allowed to talk about this. I don't want anybody drawing attention to it.
You know, because he got kids in the house. But I'm like, nigga, f that. Nigga, I hang on the block and niggas hang in front of their houses and all that shit and got kids in the house, nigga, all day, every day. If a nigga pull up right there and play, nigga, it's on. You know what I'm saying? So we need to handle it the same way. That nigga need to know niggas is not playing with no shit like that. Niggas is real gangsters. We need to handle that like, let's get back on the internet and let this nigga know that a nigga a real gangster out here in the street. Nigga, I'm not no motherfucking clown out here, nigga. Like, I'm really known out here. Niggas know me from the east to the west. You feel me? In L.A. Like, I'm not no nigga. I didn't just start banging nigga last night. Nigga, I've been doing this shit for damn near a century.
Right.
You feel me?
But okay, devil's advocate, if you really wanted to do something about it, you wouldn't hop on the internet and talk about it. You would just...
Yeah, that's why I said that shit wasn't gangsta at all. He was just busting the internet stunt.
No, but I'm saying for you, like, it's like you don't have to necessarily talk about it. Like, I mean, from somebody's perspective, maybe you should have just done something about it. I'm not saying that you should.
I mean, I didn't know where he was at. You feel me? I tried to see if I can get a location on the nigga. You feel me? So, but I just wanted to get on the internet to let the nigga know, like, nigga, you not gangster. I don't have a problem with getting on the internet, nigga, like, nigga, if it's stat, it's stat. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't feel that a nigga really want that, the way he bust his move. I'm like, he bust his move for the world to see that he went and did some goofy shit. So now if I get at him, they going to be like, oh, he must have did something to the nigga. Because the nigga took a picture in front of the joint.
Right.
But I don't even give a f, because if it's stat, it's stat. You should have never been playing.
Right.
You feel me? But anyways.
So you were pissed when T-Rell forbid you from talking about it? Like,
yeah, I was real upset. Because I'm like, we speaking on everything. That shit need to be spoke on. It needs to be plastered all over the internet so a nigga know we ain't playing no games like that.
Right.
Straight up.
Damn.
That's how I felt about the shit. And then the nigga start banging Pyro. I end up telling my brother, I'm like, man, this nigga just posted on Instagram talking about he from Bompton. I'm like, nigga finna tap in and call the niggas from Bompton to the table. Like, man, who is this nigga? You know what I'm saying? Bring this nigga to the table because he just took a picture in front of my brother's house. We need to see what's up. Instead of him letting me do it the way I do, you know what I'm saying, because I'm more connected in the streets, he goes and calls some nigga from Pyro that he know and call my cousin, you know what I'm saying, that's a reputable nigga from Fruittown Pyro, and they handle the business how they handle without me even being present on the phone.
Oh, okay.
Which they should have had me on the line because the nigga said he was looking for me. So how y'all squash a beef for me? Nigga, it ain't over till a nigga holler at me.
So you didn't like the interview that came out yesterday with young Rich Mula?
Nah, that shit was trash. Man, that nigga was in this motherfucker capping the whole thing.
Right.
Like I said, I got niggas from Pyro on the line. They don't know the nigga. They only know the nigga that was sitting next to him.
Okay.
You feel me?
Duck.
Straight up.
Little duck.
Yeah, duck.
Baby duck.
Yeah.
I forget. Yeah. Damn, I like the Mula dude, but I thought it was funny that he went on back on Figg totally fucked up on drugs and he was like falling asleep, and then he came and did the interview and he was like wide awake talking the whole time and shit. People like couldn't even believe it was the same dude.
Yeah. I mean, you know, he had to come stand on business. He had to make sure he was straight.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I can't fall asleep on this one. Big deal might serve me again. But the nigga, you know, it's all good. Some niggas just don't be knowing how to handle business, you know, how to go about certain situations, you know what I'm saying? Instead of him taking a picture in front of my bro house, he could have just tapped in. Like, man, what's the deal? Why a nigga serving me like that on the ground? I was like, oh, man, it ain't even like that. Nigga just was, you know what I'm saying, serving you because I was asked a question about it. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga asks me a question, I'm going to speak on it. I'm not going to tuck my tail like, oh, I can't speak on him, man. I'm going to leave it alone next.
Right.
No, you getting served.
Going to the crib is crazy, though. I don't approve of that, but at the same time, him doing that and then nothing happening, it does make him look like, oh, shit, like,
yeah, that don't make you a gangster because you pulled up, because a nigga pulled up, did that, and went back to Vegas.
Right.
You feel me? Like, come on, man, nigga really out here. Like, you want to go pull up right there, come get in the field. You yelling 50s, nigga, I'm in the 50s.
Right.
Pull up. You know what I'm saying? Then a nigga yelling he want to fade with me, you need to go get courted on Pyru. You know what I'm saying? You need to handle that situation first before you talking about you need a fade with me. You need to go run some fades with some Pyru niggas.
Shit, I might have to bring Mula back up here. Might need to
he
do
need
a
to clear
part
that situation. You know what I'm saying? Because I could have brought some Pyru niggas up here to speak on it.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying? He need to do something. He need to get some real Pyru niggas with him and show up so they can put the snap. He just got one nigga putting the snap on it, and that shit don't even look real.
I wonder what Wack's going to say. Wack considers himself the ultimate Pyru test.
Yeah, I mean, Wack better figure it out. He claiming the P-funk. What you going to do, Wack?
I think that's a different Pyru, maybe.
I mean, the P is the P, though.
Yeah.
When it comes to the P-funk, it's all under one umbrella.
I brought his name up in front of someone else on the podcast with Wack the other day, and the dude, you know, Bompton G. Uno? You seen him on the podcast?
Yeah, I seen this little shit before, yeah.
I brought Mula's name in front of him, and he didn't seem like he was feeling it. I was like, damn, all right. I don't know what's going on.
You probably don't even know him.
I'm out here trying to pretend I'm innocent.
You probably don't even know him.
All right. All right. So, like, do you feel like in the beef with T-Rell that you have, like, kind of gone over the line at all? Because you posted his location the other day.
His location.
When they were streaming or whatever, you put up like a story and you put a tag, right?
Oh no, I've just put the area.
Yeah.
But that was to them. You know what I'm saying?
Letting them know that you can pull up?
Exact location.
Oh, okay.
But I'm like, nigga, what's up? Like, you know what I'm saying? I know where niggas at on that boys trip.
Okay.
On that little field trip or whatever y'all on. No, because niggas be on the internet popping it and all that. Like, I really pull up on a nigga.
Okay.
You feel me? You got these niggas in there shooting shots at me like, they don't know what's going on between me and you. There's some real brother shit, some real family shit that's going on. You niggas is just playing. Pun and AD is just playing, getting in the mix. They don't know what the we got going on. You know what I'm saying? They looking at you like you a real nigga, like you doing some real shit. Nigga, that's some whole ass shit you doing, nigga, towards your brother. Straight up. And if them niggas got your back and them niggas think I'm a game, nigga, I'll pull up. You feel me? Straight up. So you know what I'm saying? I be testing niggas, you know what I'm saying? Trying to see if they really bout that. You know what I'm saying? I know where niggas at. You know what I'm saying? I even texted to his little assistant. I text the assistant and my brother. I sent them the actual address and the picture to the house. Like, y'all still right there? I'll pull up so we can holler.
How'd you get the exact address?
Man, I've been everywhere around this motherfucker. Nigga can't post nothing with a background. I don't know where it's at.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All I got to do is see something around. You know what I'm saying? I know exactly where a nigga at.
Because I think some people, myself included, took it as you almost like inviting people to pull up on them.
Yeah, but they would have had to find it still, though, because they didn't have the exact address.
Still, it's kind of...
They'd have been like, damn, where we at? We got dock water where? You feel me? They'd have been looking at the water.
Did he say anything to you about doing this interview? Because I feel like he's probably kind of worried about what you might end up saying, right?
Nah, he didn't say nothing to me about it, but I mean, he spoke on the stream about it. Like, if niggas gonna go over there, take y'all whole asses over there and stay over there. Right. You know what I'm saying? Just don't get used or get the chili and all that. Like, man, that nigga was on that motherfucking intoxicated looking like a motherfucking fool. Nigga AD and them niggas foul. They let that nigga crash out and look like a motherfucking fool on there. Right. He made a fool of himself on that motherfucker. You the only nigga on there drunk with two goofballs sitting right here not saying nothing to you. Like, hey, bro, that ain't cool. They letting you just go on a rant about your brother. You on that motherfucker sloppy drunk.
That shit was hilarious because I remember he did the same thing to Suspect where T-Rell was flipping out on Suspect and AD or them are like sitting there just hyping him up. And I'm like, this is kind of a weird vibe. Like, if this is really your boy, you should probably be like telling him to chill or not trying to throw gas on this situation, especially because we know that this is not a situation that you're really going to be handling yourself, right? Yeah.
That's just like with y'all situation. I'm like, man, y'all niggas ain't beefing. Yeah. Niggas think that's really beef. Them niggas ain't ops. Ops is on a whole nother level. Exactly. That's a whole nother ball game. Yeah. If they see each other right now, it's gonna be cool. Right. You know what I'm saying? Niggas running to each other at the Topanga. Oh, you finna blast it out with Adam at the Topanga? Stop playing. Niggas need to stop running around town playing.
What am I gonna do? I'm gonna fight him.
You know what I'm saying?
I can't fight him. Like, that's just.
Yeah, he was already texting you, said he love you and all the shit.
He just got mad because I ended up basically like just acknowledging what was going on and just acknowledging that the shit is corny and that, you know, like that they, I mean, even like when we really got into it, all I did was expose shit about him that I can't say it's 100% true, but in terms of like his debt situation and stuff, like that's why he's so mad at me, is because I put the debt shit out there and nobody really knew about that at the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure everybody know about a little something.
Yeah.
They just ain't putting it out there.
Yeah.
You know, people wait for the right time to start putting shit out there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
There's no better time to kick somebody than when they're down.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say that the other day, and I was like, damn, that's a pretty good quote. Yeah.
Yeah, but man, you know. What's happening? Ask me something, man. What you want to know,
do you
man?
think that in his eyes, that you even sitting down with me is like unforgivable? Like you'll never be able to be cool with you after this?
I mean, if he a real one, he wouldn't look at it like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm doing what I got to do for myself. You know what I'm saying? To get myself to where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? You ain't trying to help me do it, so I got to move around and put in the footwork.
Right. Because him saying, don't go do an interview with no jumper, that's totally fine if he's also like trying to put you in position and trying to work with you and shit. As soon as he makes it clear, which he basically did, that there is no chili coming down the pipeline, that there is no show coming up in the future, that he's not willing to take a shot on you, then it's like, well, why wouldn't you go pursue opportunities at other spots or other people that...
I would be a fool not to.
Right. And especially like when he makes it abundantly clear, like, I don't have an opportunity for you. I don't have the money. Because you know what, one thing that made me kind of realize how far gone he was in a sense is that he was saying, what am I going to give you, $100? And it's like, bro, yeah. Like, you know, if you're only making X amount of dollars from your podcast or whatever, $100 is not nothing.
Yeah, but he got more than $100 to give.
Right. Because he's talking about just the live stream. Like, just the live stream as part of the entire business, yeah, it doesn't make that much. But we all saw the screenshots of him making like 100 racks off donations.
Put me on a monthly script.
Shit like
every
that.
2 weeks or something, you know, run me mine.
Yeah.
You ain't got to pay me right after the stream, like, oh, it's over, let me give this nigga 10,000. Like, come on, bro. I'm just saying, set me up the right way to where I'm really working. You know what I'm saying? I'm not, I got to come through today and talk my shit, or I'm going to need 500.
Right.
Like, nigga, set me up. I really want to work. I want to fuck with you because I got the people fucking with me.
Yeah.
You got the people fucking with me.
And in the beginning, they were acting like, oh, we're leaving no jumper so we can create this thing called Figg Community, and we're going to be able to give opportunities to all of our friends and family. And now it's like, no. Anyone who wants to get paid, no, it's not happening.
That's foul.
That's just crazy. Like, that's just not going to work in the long run. Like, you're going to have to break bread with people and not just be trying to hoard that shit for yourself. And especially given the fact that he out here having nice clothes and cars and shit like that, and like kind of putting that in front of people's faces.
In the house,
right? And
all the shit.
And then not only just having shit, but then talking about it on the podcast.
Yeah.
How are you gonna like? That's one reason that I don't like to like be out here balling and having jewelry or crazy cars and shit like that. Because ultimately, like, I got all these fucking people who work for me, and I don't want them looking at me like I'm trying to put it in their face of like, look how good I'm doing.
Yeah.
You know? I was giving people $100 to come on the podcast in like 2016, 2017 when I could barely afford it.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, well, if I'm going to build something long term, I'm going to have to
give them something.
Give them something for gas money and pulling up. $100 is not nothing to people.
Yeah, they had that at the Apollo, that little discussion too. Like, damn, a nigga could at least like throw a nigga some gas or,
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, or something. Nigga driving to this motherfucker doing all this. Like, you know what I'm saying? We done turned it up, nigga, and added 30 more thousand subscribers to your channel and all type of shit. Like, I know it's some little money generating through that motherfucker. You feel me? Throw a nigga something if we gonna be doing this shit every week.
Because you had DM'd me in 2018, but I couldn't actually see what you said when I went to look at the
I had an artist at the time, D3 from Carver. He from Carver Park, Compton, Crip. Okay. And, you know, he was doing this shit at the time. So I'm like, damn, let me see if I can get in touch with this nigga Adam. Because I used to come to your store and fuck around with you and shit with Kill Nigel and shit. You feel me? Back in those days.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm kind of putting it together. All right.
Yeah, so we used to be, you know, hanging out a lot down here and shit, you know, around that time. But
you were taking Xans with him?
Nah, we wasn't doing all.
I remember him coming and telling me crazy Xan stories.
Yeah, Nigel a wild boy, man. You know, that's Little One Punch. That's his cousin.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how we end up being real close and shit, you feel me? I ended up meeting him out here on Melrose down the street where my brother and them had the store and shit.
Right.
He told me he was related to the homie and shit, you know, and I really, you know, checked his background on him. I'm like, oh, he official, it's a stamp. So why not with this nigga, you feel me? We was partying, going places.
2017, 2018, that was when the shit was fucking lit.
Yeah, it was cranking.
We working now to try to get it back to where it was, but people don't go outside like they used to.
Nah, they don't.
even like compared to 5-6 years ago, it's a different world.
A lot of people ducked off, man, and did a lot of weird shit, and they don't know how to, you know what I'm saying, just fess up to it and get back to it.
Definitely. What about man, like I don't even want to say it, but there was one comment that you dropped on the Back on Figg thing about Heather that had everybody in the Reddit being like, oh.
What was that? I said a lot of shit.
I might even bleep it, but you just said she fucked the whole crew.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they been running around saying the shit, and, you know, motherfuckers just feel like I ain't shit and I ain't nobody. And, you know, I'm like I said, I'm serving shit.
Right.
So if that's what they saying, you getting served.
So you just saying that, or you like based that on?
I don't know what she did on tour, you know what I'm saying? But it's been in the streets that's what went down, so I just used what was in the streets.
People are always going to gossip. But when you say it, everybody looks at it like, oh, he's got to actually know something. I saw that. I'm like, this dude is unhinged. Like, that's the craziest shit you could possibly bring to the table.
I can't put no stamp on it, man. You know, okay. That's her, you know, her tour days or whatever she had going on. But that's what the people said.
Bro, she would really probably never forgive you for that.
Yeah, shame on her. She don't f with me now, so f her.
She blocked you?
Yeah, she blocked me on the ground.
Because the DMs were all getting posted.
Yeah, you know, they was chewing her up. You know what I'm saying? They was harassing that phone like a motherfucker.
You can't, like, yeah, I don't know.
That's why I'm like, damn, y'all see how this shit going down? Why not f with me? Right. If I got it to the point to where motherfuckers getting harassed so much, they got to block me, and they blocking motherfuckers is screaming like, damn, look, she blocked me, she blocked me, she blocked me. My phone jumping like Jordan with DMs. You feel me? I'm like, this shit is wild.
That's crazy.
I ain't doing nothing wrong, man, but trying to add on to what's already going on. You feel me? But I ain't even tripping on that shit no more. I don't even give a fuck about adding on over there. They can do their little thing, stay in their little world with their square-ass partners and do what they do.
What's your relationship with Pun?
With Pun, me and Pun, we was cool. We was cool. I kind of feel like Pun wasn't really fucking with me like that because of the simple fact of how he fuck with my brother. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like my brother be kind of salting me around. You know what I'm saying? Putting salt on a nigga name so niggas won't really fuck with me like that. They had a situation too, like where they was, I think my brother was going at it with people on the Ace Boys side, and they was on the little Discord shit, and they was having conversations about it. I think Pun kind of like start fucking with me to get back with my brother. I mean, you know, to get at him. You know what I'm saying? He like, I'm gonna get this nigga brother because he don't want his brother to get no shine anyway. You know what I'm saying? Because they been chanting, oh, you gatekeeping, big deal. Everybody been saying it. Mack Wop, Keem. There's plenty of streams where they all saying on the motherfucking streams, why you gatekeeping my nigga, big deal? He got this shit cranking from the chat.
Right.
That nigga sitting at the house somewhere. And he got this motherfucker jumping. Why you gatekeeping a nigga? But he never answered to it. But I think the nigga Pun had started fucking with me, though, because of the little situation they had going on. So he ended up bringing me on stream and shit. I ended up fucking around over there and shit. You know, I ended up serving Savi Third, little girlfriend at the time. She was over there. She was talking some shit. She was trying to figure out who I was. She like, who is this nigga? This nigga be talking a lot, saying a whole bunch of shit. So we end up arguing and all the shit. And it was a cool little stream. It wasn't nothing serious and all that.
It's weird because I feel like normally they love anybody who's down for some beef and who's down to argue on stream and shit like that. But then for some reason with you, it gets taken a different way.
That's hard to understand. I'm like, damn, I'm doing the same thing everybody else doing. All y'all acting like y'all super members and y'all super from the streets and y'all been around this and did all this and all that. What's going on? I'm the same nigga. I'm just like y'all.
Does anybody feel a way about them having the set be all orange and shit like that? Or is that anything you ever heard people talk about before?
Yeah, I got some homies that feel some type of way on it because they feel like, you know, they should be entitled, you know what I'm saying, to something that's representing they set, you feel me? So, but they never like took it to the extreme to like, you know, they like, man, this nigga, but you know, niggas be saying all type of shit, you feel me? They just want to fuck around, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody ain't coming to set trip, you know what I'm saying? And that's how they be looking at it because they not even, you know, they not really from the cloth like that, you know what I'm saying? So they think niggas that's really from the cloth, they gonna come and they gonna do something crazy or, no, they just want to be a part of some shit. You know, there's niggas out there having money, you know what I'm saying, doing all type of shit. And they like, damn, I want to get in this lane too. Let me see what it feel like. Like, let me come around but, you know, niggas is claiming the fame and don't want nobody around.
Yeah.
But niggas ain't feeling that shit, though. A lot of niggas be like, man, fuck them niggas.
Really?
Nigga, we really on Figg. Nigga, them niggas ain't on Figg. Why we can't come through? But niggas like, everybody can't go. I'm like, damn, like, that's how y'all feel? I mean, I understand the little saying and shit, but like, you ain't even giving niggas a try.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, Milk had a good point. Milk, when I was watching that video last night, he pointed out that they had never posted a Hoover rapper until I did that interview with Poke, and then they posted about me and Poke having this awkward encounter where I was asking him about whatever, and then they posted about him. But prior to that, the music and stuff, because why did I interview Poke? Well, A, I met him through T-Rell.
Yeah.
And then B, I just was like looking at his YouTube one day and I was like, oh, he's like consistently dropping music. He's like really doing his thing. I should actually like have him up, do an interview. We got a bunch of good shit that we could talk about. And then that was the first time that they ever posted about somebody from there. And I'm like, how do you not post about any Hoover shit until it's me arguing with somebody from Hoover?
Yeah.
That
was kind of weird. They kind of like, you know, they so stuck in their ways with doing them, they just forgot about the Hoovers. You know what I'm saying? But your whole giddy up is the Hoovers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's Hoover niggas that's really rapping. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get somewhere with it. They ain't just porch rapping and garage rapping. Like, they spending they hard-earned money however they getting in the streets to do videos, studio time. They really, you know what I'm saying, going to buy jewelry. They doing the whole look. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, why not put them on? You got the whole location. It ain't like they finna come live in that motherfucker. Right. You feel me? They finna just come over there, shine, promote they shit, and they gone. You know what I'm saying? And when y'all ready to do it again, do it again.
And especially when you do like 4 or 5 hour streams.
Yeah.
Why can't you have somebody on for an hour? If like they're, you know, it's not like they have a lot of guests on who it's not like they're the ones talking the whole time.
Yeah.
It's just like they're there, they pull up, talk for a little while. It's like you could totally politic with way more people without having to make it some big fucking weird thing.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's kind of weird, but yeah, shout out to the homies though, man, that's doing their thing, you feel me?
Definitely. So did you think that I was fucked up for asking Poke that question?
I can't really go back and
it was basically,
you asked him was somebody like, how did he feel about somebody dissing the set or something?
Yeah, and I was basically like, how offensive is it when you hear people using
it's real deal.
That term?
That's why I text you that. And I told you don't say nothing disrespectful towards Hoover.
I didn't think it was disrespectful for me to just ask him about it, especially because I didn't say it. Yeah, if I had said, how do you feel about people calling you that I could totally understand.
Yeah, I don't think that it was disrespectful because he could have went about it another way too. You could have went about it another way with, you know, you was trying to spell it or something?
I don't even think I spelled it. I think I just said the term that rhymes with Hoover.
Yeah. I mean, you could have just asked him without using the term, and maybe he probably would have, you know, felt different about it. You know what I'm saying? But
I was trying to spell it out for the audience because a lot of times they don't know what the fuck I'm talking about when I'm talking about different gang slurs and shit.
Honestly, I probably wouldn't have tripped, you know what I'm saying, with you asking me that question, but just since it's going on already and you didn't already had that situation with him, I'm like, we don't even need to have that situation. You know what I'm saying? But that shit is serious. You know what I'm saying? If a nigga say the S word, it's on.
Because there's all different gang disses, but I feel like that one became especially famous because obviously Crip Mag just took it to another level and was saying it.
Yeah, that shit being famous.
And so I thought the funniest shit ever was when it was a clip of Heather saying that she was going to groove somebody, right? And then you posted the clip of Crip Max describing what the Hoovers mean when they say groove somebody. And I'm like, that is so funny that you just turned to the greatest enemy to the Hoovers, allegedly, in a certain sense, and had him do the explanation of the term. Yeah, I was like, that's one of the funniest things I've seen somebody do.
He broke it down the best, so I had to, you know what I'm saying, use him.
How you feel about him?
He out of pocket, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, that forehead, man, that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? That shit, that's just like saying the S word.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit it's on. Yeah. I actually wanted to get with Crip Mac and give him a fade, you know what I'm saying?
Really?
Yeah. He be dissing the set so much, you know, niggas really like, damn, like, that's how the nigga, you know, because that shit is goofy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't heard me diss my enemigos not one time. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have to, like, throw it out there to make people like a believer that I'm really tough and I'm really with this shit. Like, so that's how niggas be looking at niggas that do shit like that. But I'm like, damn, this nigga dissing the set 24/7. You know, I be downtown a lot. Nigga be handing out pizza. If I catch him, we gonna line it up.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Straight up. That's real Hoover shit though, you feel me? Because I ain't gonna run into a nigga and be like, oh, that's the boy. I can't see about him. No, I'm gonna see if he wanna fade.
Do you think that you'd handle him in a fight?
Yeah, I dust him off. Straight up.
Would you be offended if I bet on him?
Nah, hell no. You bet your chili where you want to bet it.
Yo, Brick Baby made me think a little bit different, though, because Brick Baby was saying a bunch of shit about when they were locked up together. And then all of a sudden I was like, do I have to totally rethink the Crip Mac thing?
Yeah.
I thought he was like a superhero out here just serving people.
I mean, shit, if he couldn't see Jap, he definitely can't see me.
I love the dude. I don't give a But I mean, in terms of the fight shit too, it's like it's not about.
Yeah, but he doing his thing. He was doing his thing and shit though. You feel me? Like,
yeah.
You know, I was watching him. I seen what he was doing. I seen his growth and shit. You feel me? How he was like, you know what I'm saying, growing in the little, you know, the streaming world and vlogging and doing all that shit though. But
so you wouldn't call yourself a Crip Mac fan? But
nah,
maybe
I ain't
a little bit of fan.
I ain't a fan, but you know, him as a black man though, I seen his growth though. Yeah, I ain't a fan of him though.
But he's like a different type of gangbanger too, because he will bring up the Hoovers randomly in any interview. It'll have nothing to do with him, and he'll just be talking about him all of a sudden. I mean, he'll be like, just like those goddamn Hoovers who did this and this for no reason.
I mean, the Hoovers, you know what I'm saying, we world famous, man. You know, so if a nigga speaking on the Hoovers, it'll shed some light on you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They like, damn, you got the balls to really be speaking on the Hoovers like that? Yeah. You know, if they get with you in the streets, nigga, they gonna get with you for real. You gonna get groove. Yeah. Just how he broke it down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he know that, but he know at the same time, some light to get shed on him speaking on the Hoovers.
Yeah, yeah. He used
you know what I'm saying? The Hoovers is serious business.
Like King Von would just talk about 63rd, and he made 63rd famous by like creating these ops for the people to like think of as his enemies.
Yeah.
And Crip Mac kind of did the same thing because he just kept bringing it up over and over and over. And I feel bad sometimes when I'm reading the comments on some shit and everybody just using the S word and just going for it because of the fact that he kind of amp that shit up.
But. Yeah, but I liked that clip though, how he broke it down about getting groove. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he kept it groovy. You know what I'm saying? He didn't dish the set or nothing. You feel me? Like, if a Hoover nigga say they gonna groove you, you either gonna get knocked out or you gonna get chipped.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he knows. So I'm like, okay, he gave it up for the set.
Right.
You feel me? He know what time it is.
Yeah. Damn. How do you feel about, yo, my phone is writing down everything I say and has been doing it for, I don't know how the hell that just happened. The other thing I wanted to ask about, oh yeah, because the reason why you posted that was because you said that you had some homegirls that needed to fight Heather.
Oh yeah, they was gonna line the fade up. You feel me? Because I'm a real Hoover nigga.
Why does that need to happen?
Because she was in the chat talking about she'd catch a fade with anybody. You know what I'm saying? I got homegirls that be watching the stream, be in the chat and all that. So they like, wait, hold up. You gonna squabble who? Not the homie?
Right.
Oh, tell her she can get a fade. So I had to make a post like, you know what I'm saying? When you ready to catch that fade, you know what I'm saying? Because my homegirl's ready to groove you. And then a fan sent me that shit with Cripper. They like, oh, you should have used this. I said, oh, on everything, it's the one.
The fans are like the writers, right?
Yeah, they be involved.
They write better jokes than you'd be able to think of yourself. They'll like fill in the blanks for you.
Yeah, I with them though, you feel me? If I actually, you know what I'm saying, was to get cranked up, you know what I'm saying? I got a lot of fans behind me that be making merch shit for me that I ain't even, you know what I'm saying, got to do yet. I'm actually shooting some bread for that, you feel me? Because they doing that shit out of love.
Right.
You feel me?
So you think that might ever actually happen, or you think Heather Heather having to fight somebody on the set?
Nah, she ain't gonna never get no fade with no
She's not pulling up?
Yeah, they already marked out. That nigga T-Rell already called my homegirls and some more shit, you feel me?
Really? He was pissed off about the idea?
Because he was trying to figure it out.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? He like, if this nigga really saying that shit, he really got some homegirls ready to handle some business for him.
So he didn't ask you about it?
No, he just went straight to them and called. He ended up having words with one of my homegirls and shit. You feel me? Hey, shout out to T-Rell, man. You feel me? You should have never cut the water off, man. You feel me? But you can't never cut mine off. You feel me? The pipe's already busted.
I'm just trying to figure out like what is gonna have to happen for you and him to be on good terms again. Like, are you guys gonna see each other at Christmas dinner and it's gonna be awkward? He's gonna be like, "Damn, you were on No Jumper 9 months ago. I'm mad."
I mean, it depends. You feel me? Because you know, I do my own thing sometimes for holidays and stuff. You know, because the family is kind of like, it's kind of like all over the place. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it ain't really no steady place for me to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might be doing something, but I'm like, man, you know, they low-key been acting weird. I ain't going over there. I don't want to be around none of them goofy motherfuckers. They don't even fuck with me. So I just fuck with my girl and, you know, her family and shit, you know, or me and her just do our own thing. You feel me? And shit, we'll do it like that. But I got other family and shit though on my dad's side, but I ain't never really, you know what I'm saying? I don't really be tapped into where nobody be hitting me like, oh, we doing this for Christmas, we doing this for Thanksgiving.
Really?
But I don't even go out my way either to, you know, to contact them. You know, maybe I should start doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I fuck with them over there tough and shit. I got a lot of love on my dad's side. You feel me?
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but you and T-Rell have the same mom?
Yeah, we got the same mom and dad.
But you don't get along with your mom as well as you used to?
No, I get along with my mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, me and my mom, we go up together. You know what I'm saying? I'm her baby boy. We you know what I'm saying, clash out often. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And we be back cool in no time. Like,
I always thought she was cool because she would be coming through with like orange cupcakes and shit.
yeah, my mom cool. She get down with the bacon and all that shit. You know, that's her thing. You feel me? So she make pies, cakes, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you can think of in the bake world, she can do it. You know what I'm saying? She can put weed in it and all the shit. You feel me?
Shit.
She
Dangerous.
get down with that shit.
How do you feel about pun repoing the bear emoji and making it his own?
Shit, I mean, he can run with it, you know, because I'm like, you know, that nigga the Winnie the Pooh bear. You know what I'm saying? I'm really out in the wilderness. I'm another type of bear. You know what I'm saying? I'm on another level with the viciousness. You feel me? So I'm like, he can have it. He could be Winnie the Pooh. I ain't tripping because I never was that bear anyway.
Really?
You know what I'm saying?
Damn. So but there's only so many bears when it comes to the emojis. You only
Yeah,
got one
I don't
bear.
think he'd have it cranked up how I did though. I had it was really a thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I come fall through and get, you know what I'm saying, get on stream with somebody and that shit'll go crazy. They whole chat'll just be flooded with bears to the chat over with.
And they blocked
to the
bear.
stream is over with. They
blocked
blocked
the
them.
bear.
They shadowed them.
That's crazy.
You can't see him. Only time you can see him is if a mod, they put one.
Right.
But nobody else can put one. It's ghost.
And the other day, I went on there while they were live, and I commented bears in the chat. In the chat, did not show up.
Yeah,
I'm expecting to see all the fans responding to me and shit. It didn't. Nobody said anything. So they didn't just block the bear. They blocked people saying bears in the chat.
Everything. They blocked the door. Cause my thing was like, I'm at the door. Open the door so people will start putting the door. They blocked the door. They blocked the panda. They blocked the regular bear. They blocked the full size bear emoji. Like, just a whole bunch of weird shit. Like, damn, like, I got this shit cranking. You brung me in this motherfucker. Like, I'm shedding another light on your platform. Like, the people feeling how address situations and break it down from my point of view. Like why not with me? Bring me in on this shit. You feel me?
Right.
But, I do a lot of shit. I got a nigga over there painting this shit right now. He finna be flossing that pretty soon too.
Painting what?
In the inside of his shit, one of my homies that painted the mural on the wall on 51st and Figg, the schoolboy Q shit.
Oh, really?
For the what was that? The Blank Face tour. Yeah, he you know, he do a lot of artwork and shit. You know, he really get down. You feel me? So he over there putting some dope shit in that motherfucker.
You still talk to Q much?
Yeah, I holla at Q. That's my homie. Yeah,
Really?
I fuck with Q heavy.
You listen to the album?
Nah, I ain't checked it out yet. I ain't gonna even
Me
lie.
neither. I was in Turkey.
But no. Matter of fact, what's that one song? Damn, what the fuck the name of that song? Because I posted on my Instagram. He was like, you know, he was saying in that motherfucker, he was the first Hoover to fly. You feel me? He said some shit in that motherfucker. I'm like, oh, he gassing up in this motherfucker. I can't think of the name of it though, but I end up using some of his bars.
Do you think that's true? He was the first Hoover rapper to really take it to that level? Kinda, right? Who else?
Yeah, he was the first Hoover rapper to, you know, take it to that
really,
level.
like-
I'm pretty sure other Hoover niggas that flew somewhere like to go see their family and all that.
Not
but,
fly, but
but
like,
to really fly to
to
take
really
off,
be like a
Yeah.
top tier rapper.
yeah,
who's got
he was
that
the
level
first
of
Hoover nigga to
respect.
do that,
Really,
to stamp
yeah.
it.
Yeah, that's
I don't know
pretty
no other Hoover nigga that did it like he did.
crazy. Yeah.
But they doing it right now though. I don't knock him, you feel me? But he stamped that shit though.
Why'd he take 6 years off? That's what I don't understand.
I don't know. You know, niggas do their music different and shit. You know, I guess. You
It's
know,
a
and,
TDE thing.
and they get into other shit. You know, like he playing golf.
Yeah.
He doing shit out there on that field, and you know, niggas be having other shit going on, and I guess they really like to take their time with the music and shit. You know what I'm saying? So it'll be how they want it to be. I mean, but it's taking off for him though. You know, I've been seeing a lot of shit going on with him right now with the music. I'm like, damn, he sat back for 6 and that shit going crazy.
Nah, yeah. I mean, definitely like he got enough respect that he could take off for half a decade and people will still want to listen to the shit.
Yeah.
But it's hard for me to fathom as a podcaster because it's like you a podcaster, you got to get in there multiple times per week, at least once a week.
Yeah.
Taking
he
6
be
years
at the-
off is foreign.
He be at the studio though, even though he was off.
Yeah.
He's still at the stew.
Yeah.
Through that whole 6 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like he never was not rapping. He just wasn't putting nothing out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He was working on his craft however he wanted to work on it. But he had the stew 24/7, 11.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Throughout the whole 6 years. you can go pull up at the stool and hang out with Q. You know what I'm saying? He got a session, it's booked already. You know what I'm saying? It's set up, ready to go.
Definitely.
And, he do music every day because he got plenty of shit. But, I be kind of tripping off rappers too, though, that kind of do that because I feel like, you know what I'm saying, if you're a rapper, you should just be going crazy every chance you get. You know what I'm saying? But, they move how they move. And
I kind of realized, like, what it must be like for him, though, because he posted, like, a link to a song, and he said, I listened to this beat for 2 months or 3 months before I figured out the pocket. And I was just like, what? Like, I can't even fathom taking that long to figure out how to rap on a beat, but I guess that's what works for him,
Yeah, niggas, they on a whole nother science with that shit, man, with how they trying to make you know what I'm saying, the music and, the story behind it. And it's a whole shit. It's like damn near to them, they like shooting a movie.
Yeah.
It's like shooting a movie. You
Everybody I ever been around in the studio, they hear the beat, they're rapping on it 20 minutes later. They're like, I've never seen anybody take like more than a couple, maybe an hour to start rapping.
Yeah, because I was looking at an interview, I think he was back on Figg, and he was like, shit, I could do a song like this.
Right.
I could just make music all day. He like, but I'm trying to do it different. You know what I'm saying? So I guess he trying to make a movie out this shit. I mean, because when I look at some of the videos that I've been seeing, I'm like, he really is shooting like damn near like some movie shit. You know what I'm saying? Like the video is like not on a small budget. It's like on a big budget, like it's really something behind it. So I'm like, he really like visioning his shit on another level now before he presented to the world.
And that's the whole TDE ethos. Like a lot of those dudes, they take hella long off and then they come back and they try to really do something different and make a statement, It's like shit works for Kendrick. Seems like it's working for him. Like I hope he doesn't take another 6 years to drop another album. Yeah. I think that would be a mistake.
He should get in the field on this one and really like crank up and just start throwing shit out there for him. Like, fuck it, here go a single I just dropped for y'all. Go crazy.
Definitely.
Meet me at the club tonight.
So, okay, from your perspective, like you've made it clear that you feel like you have something to offer as a podcast host or whatever. Like, are you focused on your YouTube channel, or how could you kind of imagine shit going in terms of what you want to bring to the table?
I mean, I'm kind of lost on the YouTube shit because I'm just now getting into it. So I'm like, I'm just taking it step by step, trying to figure everything out. How this shit work. Which way to go. Do I need to hire a geek squad or, you know what I'm saying, what's going on? You know what I'm saying? I need a little game on this shit. But I think if I was to get into it, I'd get it cranked up, you know what I'm saying? Because I'd be popping straight shit, you know what I'm saying, when I speak on topics that's going on, you feel me? Because that's how I look at it, you know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers is just speaking on topics like crazy shit. Like if somebody gets slapped tomorrow, you know what I'm saying? Like somebody crazy, that's big, they get slapped and everybody starts speaking on it. People might want to hear from my point of view. You know what I'm saying? How I feel about the situation. And I'm like, I could probably speak on it good and the people will f with it.
Nah, totally, yeah. Because it's like a race to see who's got the best take whenever anything happens now. And it's like, I feel like you're somebody who you come with enough authenticity that people are going to automatically want to hear what you got to say about shit. But I don't know, like from my perspective, I was excited to do the interview, and then I think we got to do like some more episodes where we could kind of do that kind of shit and just have you on like a regular episode and like just have you talking about the different topics and stuff, because that's really like, it's one thing to talk about yourself and a bunch of shit that you're involved in, and it's kind of like another thing to be able to talk about something that's totally outside of your realm of specialty and still be able to have good.
Yeah, I can f with that type of shit though. But I mean, that's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I like to, if I'm at home with my girl and we chilling and we see something, I'm over there breaking it down to her how I felt about the shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, damn, I could have been in front of the camera doing it. You know what I'm saying?
I asked you if you were down to be on a podcast with Brick Baby. You said you didn't mind.
No, I didn't mind. I don't mind.
A lot of people would think
that'll break a barrier. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I mean, a lot of people will have something to say about it, but like, I'm growing in the motherfucker. I'm doing what I'm doing, you know what I'm saying? If it's chili on the line, you know what I'm saying, and we sitting down, you know what I'm saying, discussing the situation before we actually get on camera, you know what I'm saying, why not? Niggas is working 9 to 5 right now with their enemigos.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas is doing all type of shit, you know what I'm saying, with their little jobs in the world. Some niggas out getting street money together with niggas from the other side on the low and all that. Like, if I'm gonna actually be sitting at the office, you know what I'm saying, getting my bread, I mean, who got something to say? Ain't no nigga finna steer me away from getting my bread.
Right.
Straight up.
I mean, yeah, Break Baby right away was like, I don't mind. Like, I'll do it for sure. Like, so is it not that serious in your mind? Is that something that's changed as you got older? Because I'm assuming that, like, the teenage version of you would never be able to imagine sitting down doing
this
content.
type of shit wasn't going on when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So you right, it would have been totally different. You know what I'm saying? But now we getting older, there's different opportunities and different shit on the table. Like, it's only right for me to step in as a man and do the right thing and get my bread.
Right. Do you, so there's no hate in your heart? To
What?
the other side? Maybe a little hate?
It's just business that got to be handled.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a real one. You know what I'm saying? It's just business that got to be handled.
What did you think when T-Rell was doing interviews with people from neighborhood and shit?
I kind of like pressed the line on him about that shit too, because that's when Smacc first had gotten the game and started coming to No Jumper. They was going back and forth because he was interviewing people. And Smacc like, damn, how you interview this nigga? He ain't even got nothing going on. I done been around the world. I done been on stage with Kendrick, Q, this, that. I done been overseas. Ooh. He like, nigga, you ain't nobody, nigga. I ain't got to interview you and all that. You know, so he's steadily coming to tell me. So I'm like, let me call this nigga. Man, what's happening, bruh? You interviewing niggas and shit. You can't interview the homie. You just interview ODM Slim. What he got going? He ain't been around the world like Smacc. He ain't rocking no big stages like Smacc. Right. Smacc say he Grammy nominated.
I heard that was the one that T-Rell got yelled at for, or that people were pissed that he sat down with ODM.
Yeah, I don't know if nobody else hit him, but I tapped in on him. I'm like, nigga, put him on, nigga. All you doing is an interview. You ain't doing nothing but sitting the nigga down and y'all talking.
Right.
And they end up doing it, you know what I'm saying? And he end up getting locked all the way in. You know what I'm saying? But I spoke on that for him, though. That's why I be tripping off him, because I be doing a lot for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? How me and my brother got into it, and he just like, he had nothing to say. You know what I'm saying? He know the nigga a foul nigga. You feel me? He should have stepped in and said something. But you know, niggas play their part or whatever. That's still a homie. But yeah, I spoke on that shit for him, because I'm like, damn, this nigga getting at the homie like that, like he nobody. You know what I'm saying? The homie feel like he's somebody. He done rocked these big stages and been around the world. Nigga sent him on there and asked him a couple questions about when he was on tour, when he was in Europe and he was over here, France or whatever, and how was it? You know what I'm saying? That's all you doing.
Right.
Let him talk his shit.
Shit, I did a Smacc interview back in the day.
Yeah, I seen it.
I can't even remember too much about it, but I know I did it.
Yeah.
I'm very interested to see what people think of this, because I feel like people right now, people might be tuning in crazy because they want to see you talk about the drama and shit like that. But I feel like you as a podcast host, I could totally see you being that without having to necessarily have much of the content be about talking about your brother or anything like that.
Yeah, because we already did that, and we on. We done moved on to other subjects. You feel me? So it's like, that ain't my whole thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Some people like, damn, is you just gonna talk about him the whole time? I'm like, why? When there's shit going on every day in the world. Right. Why would I just keep talking about him?
But if
I'm asked a question, I'm gonna speak on it.
For them, is it feels like they focus on beef too much. Like they kind of like their views really start to hurt until there's some beef to talk about. And then they got a lot of shit to talk about, but like besides that, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I don't understand how they need to be able to like make content without beefing with each other. That's the number one thing that they got to work on.
Yeah, I mean, I just take that shit like as motherfuckers being soft. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They don't know how to take a motherfucker serving them. You know what I'm saying? Because you know, in the 50s, we come from serving niggas. Like if the homie do some bullshit and everybody find out about it, we gonna serve him. But that don't mean we finna like kick him to the curb like you still a homie. We just gotta serve you. You know what I'm saying? And let you know you did some bullshit, you took an L. You know what I'm saying? Don't do it no more. But we gonna clown you all day. You know what I'm saying? Right. You gonna get clowned everywhere you go. Niggas, everybody know about it. They like, bro, I heard about the shit that happened. Bro, you was a bitch. Yeah. You feel me? Like, they be getting in their feelings with that shit, and you know, they got some niggas over there think they, you know, they bigger than the next person, and you know, all that shit, and they playing ball together. It shouldn't even be like that. But they'll say they ain't doing it, but I mean, I know what's going on. I can see.
To put in perspective, though, like DW Flame on the No Jumper show was talking about the AD thing, and he said something that was way more harsh than what you said. And then he called AD and told him that he talked about it, and AD was like, whatever, it's cool. Like, I understand. Yeah. And it's like, if he understands why DW Flame could talk about it on an op platform, then why would Heather be tripping out on you for saying something that was way less extreme?
AD went on stream, and he said he didn't have a problem with what I said. Right. So that's really what kind of fucked me up. So I'm like, why is it a problem with y'all? AD's on live stream saying, I don't have a problem with nothing that Big Deal did. Right. Why is y'all tripping so heavy?
You ever take an L like that, get in a fight at the club and get kind of...
Hell no.
Get drunk as you get set down?
Hell nah. I'm not never getting drunk sloppy like that. I gotta stay on my 10 all times.
I feel it.
I'm gonna clean something up in the club. I feel a nigga getting any type of aggressive with me and my folks. He going to bed.
But like, I've been in situations at the club where you get into a goofy ass fight where everybody's drunk as fuck and you probably look ridiculous. Luckily, none of it was ever caught on camera. This was like way back in the day. Yeah. But in general, like if you do end up in that kind of situation,
it can happen.
What do? You got to just own it. You got to just say like, all right, yeah, I took an L. Big fucking deal. I'm alive. I lived through it.
I took an L before though in life. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga named Christopher. Okay. You know what I'm saying? He ended up getting into it with my folks. And I stood up for him. He was a big old nigga. You feel me? I stood up for the nigga, fight the nigga. You feel me? I fought the nigga. You feel me? And then we had stopped fighting. And the nigga, he hit me with a cold one. And I was like by the curve. So when he hit me, like my legs, you know what I'm saying? I fell. He like put me out. I was dazed for a minute. You feel me? The nigga took off running. I went looking for the nigga around town with a bat. I ended up catching the nigga and whooping him out with a bat. Because he was big as a motherfucker. He was a big old nigga, you feel me? So,
damn.
Yeah, he cleaned me up. I took an L. You know what I'm saying? I'm admitting to take an L.
And it's like
I wasn't even drunk or nothing.
But if all your friends are podcasters and shit, you can't be like, hey, you all gotta lie. You all gotta act like it was a good look. Like, you just can't, like, when everybody's job is to kind of tell the truth about shit, you can't really expect that of them.
Yeah, it don't make no sense when we clearly looking at it too. Like, look at him on the ground. He took an L. Yeah. It wasn't a bad one like that, like some damage really happened to him. It was just the L was a bad look. Fess up to it and let's move on.
For sure.
Yeah.
We gotta run something back soon too. Like I want to see Big Deal in the environment we should probably have you on the No Jumper show with breaking shit and figure out what's going on at some point. That'd be super good.
Hey, DW, I wasn't drunk either, you feel me? I was just, you know what I'm saying? It was a real intense moment, you know what I'm saying, with me and my brother, because niggas like, oh, that nigga was drunk. You know what I'm saying? No, I was just in that motherfucker really pissed off. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't drunk at all. You know what I'm saying? Because I would have cleaned the whole room up if it would have came down to it. But, you know what I'm saying? They was in that motherfucker. I couldn't clean them up anyway. I got two niggas in there handicapped. The other nigga jacking that motherfucker. He's scared like a motherfucker. He don't know which way to go. You know what I'm saying? He taking calls from Heather.
I never even knew who that dude was until I like seen people talking about him like moving around in the room and looking like nervous as fuck.
Yeah, I had to check the room. I'm like, nigga, y'all ain't finna change the subject. Nigga, stop moving around this and they gonna take a seat.
Yeah.
On everything. He still had got up and tried again. He actually had muted the shit though.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. That nigga T-Rell was like, damn, nigga, you muted it for real? Because he was so in the midst of the argument with me, he missed the nigga muting it. But he knew it was going down too, because she probably was texting him and calling him. You feel me?
The funniest shit was when T-Rell kept screaming, I'm a N-word.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm a nigga.
It doesn't sound cool when I say it, censoring myself, but he kept saying, and then he said, and you are too.
He was trying to convince himself better than the people. He like, damn, this nigga on here doing me like this.
I'm like, what is this?
Yeah.
That shit was crazy.
That's my bro though, man. I love that nigga, man, but you know, he got to get rid of them whole ways, man. I ain't with none of that shit.
You think Heather's the problem? You think that she's just gassing him up to... It feels like she does crazy shit, like hollering at you, and then he doesn't really have the leverage to tell her to chill.
Yeah, that's what's going on.
Yeah.
It ain't hard to see. Everybody's seeing it.
Yeah. Like,
you know what I mean?
and I have seen him, like, respond to her appropriately and, like, tell her to shut up. And like at times when she needed to hear it.
Oh yeah, because she was finna speak on too much.
Yeah, I seen some little shit where he actually stood up to her and shit. Like when she was saying like, "Oh, we were fucked up. We were in the hotel. Like I didn't have
shut your ass up." Like, damn, she finna spill it all.
They put that shit on Hollywood Unlocked. I couldn't believe it when I seen that.
She'd get a couple shots in her system, boy. It's on.
I think he just got to get a little bit better at standing up to her when she be wilding out.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
he just got to stand on business, man. That's it, man. But yeah, I'm serving them niggas though, man. They ain't even got to cut the water back on. You feel me? I ain't tripping that shit, man.
Man, big deal.
Like, why I'm fighting and arguing with a nigga to be down over there? Like, you know what I'm saying? That don't even make sense. That don't even look good on my behalf. Like I'm begging a nigga to put me on. Like, nigga, fuck all that. I was just saying put me in position.
If they want you to stay down for the team, they can't be like, no, you're never going to get paid. We're never going to fuck with you like that. Because then in your head, it's like, well, shit, now I have no reason not to go do other shit, you know? Which is like, they need to like at least like keep you on the rope and be like, hey, like, you know, we got something coming for you. Don't worry, it's coming. Like they got to at least do some shit like that if they want you to stay in line, right? But they made it clear like, no, nobody's getting paid.
Hey, yeah, motherfuckers was, they was like, oh, he motherfucker so excited. They got a text and they got a DM from the white man and all that. I'm like, I'm like, damn, niggas, they trying to throw all type of shots at a nigga like a nigga just some goofy type nigga out here and, oh, Adam hit me and I'm at the house doing backflips. I'm like, oh, Adam hit me? Oh, it's showtime. He know what's happening.
Yeah.
You feel me? It wasn't like, oh, I'm running back and forth, ran down the street and all that. I'm like, oh, the nigga tapped in with me. It's showtime. Yeah. He know what's up. You know what I'm saying? He see the potential. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't want to do this interview and try to like be coming out here painting some super negative portrayal of your brother because it's your brother at the end of the day.
We just clowning, popping shit.
Just hearing your perspective on it. I didn't want to like be out here like trying to be unfair and shit because the fans will see through that and they're going to be like, oh, he was super biased. I think everything I said in this conversation is shit that the fans will mostly like agree with or understand where I'm coming from. And same with you, really.
Yeah. But back to that boy though.
Oh, shit. No group podcast with Young Rich Mula?
Go handle your business with the power rules.
Oh, shit, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Stay away from my brother's house. If you got smoke with me, tap in with me. Don't never tap in or handle no business with no other nigga on the phone. Nigga, you could just get with me and we can just holler about it. Straight up, nigga. But handle your business with the power rules, though, nigga. I'm really official out here in L.A. Nigga, I ain't never been from no other city, no other state, or nothing, nigga. I'm officially from Fathers Hoover, nigga, a real one. 50s, nigga, the real ones.
I'm sure he'll get the message.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll hear about this.
Oh, yeah, he for sure is.
Shout out my boy Mula. We'll see where this goes.
He gonna be tapping in on you. Man, you had that nigga up there, man. We need to do another one. Let's go.
Where'd you get the big deal name?
My homie AK. My homie AK, he worked with Dom Kennedy and shit. And, he was like, man, you a big deal. You should change your name to Big Deal. Cause at first I had my name like Money Meeks or something. You feel me? He was like, nah, you should be Big Deal. Cause you really like a big deal, you know what I'm saying? Cause we know we was moving around and shit. You know, a nigga know a lot of club owners and, you know, the owner at Catch and, you know, just from moving around with the people I was surrounded, you know, with. And he like, man, you a big deal because we around this moving around. We going through the club, through the back doors and shit. We ain't even got to be with no celebrities and none of that. Like, he like, you a big deal. You just did a big move. Nigga, we just went through the back of One Oak.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They know you at the gate. They like, oh, that's big deal. They opening it up. We pulling in. They like, man, what's up, man? Y'all go ahead, have a good one. Hey. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, my boy AK had gave me that name. Shout out to AK, though. You feel me?
Very respected in the city. All right, I appreciate you, bro. Let's definitely do some more shit soon.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I can't wait to read the comment section on this. So, everybody, make sure you don't hold back. Let us know what you think.
Yeah, speak your mind. Tap in.
Tap in. Bears in the chat.
Yeah, bears in the chat for sure.
It's not banned over here. We got bear emojis and everything. All right, I appreciate you, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Big deal. No Jumper. Coolest podcast in the world. Check us out on YouTube, TikTok, Patreon, Instagram, etc. Like, comment, subscribe, nojumper.com if you want to support. Shout out to the hair transplant doctor. I'm out here shining. Let's go.